complete shit.
Yeah.
No promises.
Let's see. Looks like ass on a phone because you can barely see it, but probably actually readable on a computer.
Don't worry, I'll go sneak at your stuff on stream. See all your secrets.
I mean, I don't have secrets. You help design everything you can actually see, I think.
Details, details.
Okay, so it goes up and down with it. Cool.
Uh, yeah, everything is mostly legible.
Cool. Perfect. I mean, I can enlarge it, but
No, like the only thing that like isn't really legible is like if I decided to go and like read like the paragraphs of information, but realistically,
that's not
like
needed.
anybody, yeah, that's not really neat. So you can see the big numbers and stuff, and you can see like what your uh modifiers are, your bonuses for each of the stuff. So I think that's the important stuff, really. It's not like anybody needs to know the description of your unarmed strike.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you.
All
All right.
right. One last thing, and then we can do that. If you want to go ahead and recap, I know you literally just did it, but
Last
just so that
time
we are.
on Adventures in
No, no,
Icepeak.
no. Hey, Sarah
What?
wanted to. Let Sarah do it.
Well, have her ass unmute and maybe she can.
Actually, I'm kind of interested in how Chase does it this time, so I'll do it next time.
Last time when Adventures in Icepeak. I think that's the name of it. So we had me being inebriated, and I decided to go and be independent.
And be dumb.
No, be smart. We're completing 3 missions at the exact same time. Good
Have
job,
you
gang.
never seen Scooby Doo?
And it works out for them. They
It
live.
will not work out for us. We're stupider.
You know what?
Like,
We'll
no,
make
yes,
it.
yes.
We'll make it. We'll survive.
I'm
Anyway,
going to die,
That's
and
how
I'm
anyway,
going to kill
blatantly
you.
so
lie.
Sarah, whose character name I can't remember for the life of me, but she's a bard. She went off by her lonesome, like the fool that she is, and
I'll
she
kill you.
decided to go and warn the dwarves, who have an item that may help us take down the dragon. No, no,
I mean,
the
technically
dwarves
speaking,
who
I
are
don't think she's
mining.
even left the town yet. She just got like stranded out on a hill to the south of town when I ditched her.
Yeah,
Right,
when you
right.
didn't
So
really sneakily ditch her. Callie is with the gnome, in which case she's going to the
Gnomes.
gnomes. I wanted to say dwarves again. I'm so sorry. Small people all look alike to me. Um, the gnomes who are making a weapon that could help us,
Yeah.
because that needed diplomacy. And I'm going to the medic chick of the village, who I also can't remember the name of. And Dust is right behind me. So in reality, Sarah's the only one that actually split off by herself. So
I'm gonna make a new character that's goal is to kill you, and I'm gonna succeed. DM, can I do that if I die?
absolutely. We'll see what we can come up with.
You're my new favorite DM.
You're welcome.
Okay. Oh, speaking of bothering the DM, hey Zach, can you give
Yes.
me promotion
Oh, yeah,
again
yeah.
so I can add my Baneri? Oh, speaking
Oh,
of, did
also,
any of you ever find that image so I can like throw a token in here for you of your character?
so Callie and I she made some on a third party website, and we want to have those ready next session, but I don't really want to take the time to fool with it this session since we don't have it like pulled up and ready to go.
Yeah, that's fine. Just like send me like a link to the images. Like save the images on like some sort of website, like I'm not sure, like Giphy,
There.
photo, whatever it is. Like a website that you can access the photo from,
We use Hero
and
Forge.
I was about to
that works
say,
fine.
depending on third party, you can also, if you wanted to, I'm not condoning this whatsoever because, like, I don't know how invested you are. But they also can sell the STL files for like a fraction of the cost. And then, or I'm sorry, the digital assets for a fraction of the cost, and you can actually upload them to Tabletop Simulator specifically and use them in fights.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool. That's if you have like $8 sitting around and want to, but
Yeah, no, like realistically, we can go ahead and I'll just grab a random thing for now.
But
there are some objects. Hold on one sec.
Zach, did you want to give an actual recap as opposed to my very shitty one?
Yeah, like basically something like this, Sarah. We just throw the image on it.
One moment.
Like that's what we can do easily without any difficulty.
I'm sorry, I was not paying attention to what you said. I was focusing on what Chase
Oh,
said and looking up the.
he's talking to Sarah. It's fine.
Oh, okay, good.
If you want to do a recap, you can always just look at my very, very good notes.
Right. No. I was just going to.
Sarah's notes. Chase is a dumbass.
I don't curse. Says you're an idiot. He's a dumb butt.
Let's see. I was looking for the quests again just to make sure they're accurate. But what I do know off memory is the dwarves just need a warning that the dragon is going around because they're good friends with the town. I don't. I know it's 50 gold if you do it, but I do not recall if there's a secondary thing that's innate there. The second thing was you are going to the medic chick, which is on Umbridge Hill, just south of the town. The gnomes are in Nomengard, which is southeast of the town, and the reason you're going to them is to see if they have any magical items they are willing to part with to help with the dragon situation.
That's what it is.
So they should have some magical stuff laying around .tm. But yeah, that's about it. Do we have any questions before we continue?
I have a question.
Okay.
How out of character can my character be before it's a problem?
0.
In
You
what
must always be in
regard?
character. We require
Okay,
like you to be a larper.
DM, I'm gonna need a meeting with you to find a reason why my character would want to kill Chases.
Okie dokie.
You're just a raging Githyanki racist. Enough said.
Did you say enough said or that's sad? Because either way, that's really funny.
I said enough said, but both works.
No, you're like, you're just a raging racist. That's
Yeah.
sad.
Oh, I will say, Zach, so you have less setup every time if we do keep using this table. You can save the actual table.
That's true too. I need to do that next time. I was mainly looking at the other assets of maps that already exist, so I was setting up on that. So the table might switch as you guys approach one of a few locations, but that will occur later.
Here.
And
See,
if we stay as a group.
We haven't been a group since the carriage ride. What do you mean stay
Realistically,
as
Zach,
it?
just
It was
saying that we
Caravan.
were a pre-made group from the Adventures Guild probably would have been a good idea.
I have contingency plans.
Zach,
Okay.
I don't know what they're talking about. I'm having a grand old time.
Okay, sounds good. Guys, I'm working on it. Okay, I'm
It's
trying.
not your fault.
No, it's all good.
Okay,
So
here. I went ahead and made these. This is another reason why I should be promoted. I make tiny things. Take your appropriate quest cards, I guess. I guess here. Gnome goes to Carbo
Let's
over
say
here.
this goes in between us, I guess.
And Sarah gets the dwarf.
Since
Thanks.
you didn't actually get to see the quest, did you, Dust?
Nope.
So I guess this is mine and you're just trailing
There's a-
behind.
to the south and was
Yeah,
like,
I'm
yeah,
heading to the herbalist so I can buy herbs from them.
Yeah.
Or get information about the local herbs to hopefully increase my skill checks for finding herbs in the area.
that's actually a very good idea. Okay, so
Wait, is that a thing I could actually do, Zach? Like increase my skill checks with like lore or whatever?
I'll allow it. Yeah,
Okay.
like there's a variance in ways that you can learn skills, and most of them set in D&D are supposed to take like months to a year.
Well, yeah, but like I'm looking more for like local knowledge than like
Exactly.
permanent
She
knowledge.
just gives you a little journal that has all the notes.
Well, like even just asking about like the handful of herbs that are actually useful in the area would probably help for like to know what I'm looking for.
That is true. Yes. So right. So with your tasks at hand, you guys have left Phandalin. You met a whole bunch of quirky different people. I hope to God I remember some of their names. Uh, oh yeah, here's a little fun thing I'd like to do, without anybody checking their notes.
Mm.
Does anybody remember the name of the gnome?
I believe his name was Fandolin, like literally similar to the name of the town, if I recall. But I never like met him, so I'm not sure.
It's fine. You are sadly incorrect.
Damn.
Anybody else?
Didn't it start with
I
a
know it.
B?
You know it?
Yeah.
What's the name of the gnome?
Snow.
Hmm,
Was Sarah sure
no.
for shit isn't gonna know? She ignored the fucker.
Gnome the gnome.
Okay, so nobody from
You're
this
sure?
point.
Gnome buddy.
Thank you. So nobody succeeded this time, but I will have a question prepared at the beginning of every session about rather A, the previous session, or, and I might make it 3 just to give you guys extra chances, something that has occurred or that you guys heard about. If given a correct answer, you guys will get DM inspiration, which lets you roll advantage on one thing of your choice.
Oh Jesus Christ! Fuck. I'm gonna have to study
Can't wait
up
to
now
win
before
these.
every
And for
session.
every question you get unsuccessful, you take 10d10 of damage. No, I'm kidding. No.
I in fact do not think I have enough health for 10
Precisely.
The
of
rabbit
damage.
had a
attention.
heart attack chasing me down.
I could roll a 1 on every of those d10 and I would still die. I have 10 health.
Just roll the
Oh.
0.
Yeah, Sarah, so your character is just walking. You eventually cross paths with this gnome again, like walking down the road. They hear something, look up, say something incorrect, and then fall to the ground in a catatonic state. Anyway, no,
Wait.
I'm kidding.
So I get to play a new character, is what you're saying.
No, Dustwood. No, I'm kidding.
So, oh.
What is that?
No, this is so if I recall,
Oh, yes.
I
Perfect.
thought you were actually saying she ran into them again. I'm like, I think
No.
she was heading a completely opposite direction as them, so I'm not sure how that would happen.
No, so there is. I'll go ahead and warn you guys now. There is going to be a bit of wrangling that must occur.
You right click scale and yeah.
Aren't we?
I'm just saying a plus sign.
Weren't we going all south, just different direction south? But the way that we're going is gonna be bottlenecking at one point.
Correct. Yes. So,
I remember shit.
notably, currently, so you guys are following a beaten path. Dust and Chase. The gnome method does not.
Technically speaking, I
Oh,
think
you're
I'm
right.
going
You are correct.
directly south. Like
Okay.
like I'm going because I went through the woods. Remember that Sarah saw me in the
Yes.
woods next to the inn. Like
Yes. Correct.
I'm taking a straight route to her place
Okay. Sounds good.
because the guy told me she was south, not south. Whatever that road goes to, the
Yes.
Miners Trail. So
Okay.
I'm going directly there.
Sounds good. I guess instead of going through each person individually, I'll just say this. So the mountain range around Fandolin kind of bottlenecks at a point. So you guys are coming across like this first hill. I shared it in Discord the other day. Let me see. Yeah. So it includes the Sword Coast and other Neverwinter Woods and all that such. So you guys have a little dot called Fandolin.
Oh, the big
Uh,
ass map.
Yes, yeah. So you guys are heading south direction. Uh Chase, following the instructions given to you, you are probably also heading directly south, I'm
Yes.
assuming.
Yes.
So Dust, you kind of took a a round way, but with an unsuccessful stealth, I believe it was.
It was unsuccessful.
Sarah's character just kind
It
of
was
saw him disappear
well.
behind a bush and walk away.
It's like that Homer meme where
She
he
saw me
he
here.
just backs away into the bush.
She only heard me walk away. She didn't see me
That's
walk
true.
away.
That is correct. But you are also trailing off south. Sarah, you are heading in what direction? Are you
I don't
kind
know.
of okay? Because you were told it would be southwest. They're kind of taking a beaten path, and you can kind of assume that up to a given point, it's going to be a little bit more of a beaten path. or you can just beeline it southwest and like not encounter anybody else, which
Mhm.
I think may or may not terrify your character a little bit, but it's entirely up to you.
No, I want to take the path. I would like to be safe about this. Thank you.
Okay,
There's a
sounds
path
good.
for a reason.
Coward.
So Callie,
Yeah.
you are following Pugnat, which seems to be taking a very unique approach to travel, where he's staring at a piece of paper that has no directions on it, highlighting the word southeast. And for every step he takes downward, he goes left one space. It is not a fast process, but he is moving slowly but surely towards one of these mountains in the distance that will be at some point blocking your path. I will go ahead and kind of give a little bit more input on what that means. You will eventually need to choose with the help of Pugnat or without the help of Pugnat, up to you, if you're going to head in a more south direction or a more east direction to get around this mountain.
I see.
But yeah, that is your current traveling path. Let me check on the distances because I
Here.
think it's going to take you a little bit of like all day travel.
Good job, Dust.
What is each
Yeah.
hex? Each
Thank you.
hex is 5 miles. So the good news is kind of on the path everyone is on. It's only going to be like a 5 mile walk south that you guys are kind of together, and then from there it's going to split off just a bit.
I'm
But
not, I think I have the location vaguely of me, Chase, and Sarah accurate.
okay,
I'm not sure where they are though, because they were
They,
heading like
yeah, they would be.
here maybe. I don't know.
let me see.
Well, they're going southwest, aren't they?
No, they're going southeast to the gnomes.
Yes, but Sarah is still taking a more kind of beaten. I guess beaten path is not the best way to put it. There's
So
a
she
there's
would be
a
like over here. So
I'd say so.
she probably went over this way after I ditched her.
She's
Because like
going
Yeah,
through someone's
I think the place
farmland.
you that worked where you had her. I think it was right there.
yeah, close enough.
Yeah. So you guys are technically still kind of heading in this a similar direction. It's just you were kind of making
I'm
sure
ignoring the path altogether.
exactly. Yeah, you have a bit of foliage between you and her path.
I love me some foliage.
Yeah,
You
but
are.
and then Chase is kind of ahead of you because he left the camp first.
Yeah,
So
so I'm all
he
the
would
way
be
like right
further up this way.
here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but I thought he was taking the actual path.
No, I
Yeah,
just
that
headed
was
straight south.
all right.
Okay, well never mind then. I'm just a little bit behind him.
DM made an oopsie. There is no beaten path, but this is kind of like a set path where there are not like hills and mountains and a whole bunch of junk in the way.
Okay.
That kind of lets you head south, and that's why Callie and Pugnat may have to make a decision because they are kind of heading towards like one of these larger mountains that are going to be in the way of travel. I mean, I guess if they really wanted to scale it, they could. You're not sure if Pugnat can because he is wearing armor that seems to be causing him mass complication.
This motherfucker's gonna get
Oh,
stuck in the snow.
now that I think about it, isn't
hmm
there a way that I can like move at a faster pace but be more likely to run into danger?
It's a DM or not DM. It's a D&D mechanic. That's kind of on the contrary. Instead of going faster by walking straight into danger, walking your normal pace, you're being loud, you are in danger, kind of, or could be. But you can choose to half your daily movement, kind of, and doing so allows you to uh, do it stealthily. So you would still roll a stealth roll, but it's more subtle. So you can be more careful, but you cannot be more adventurous unless you were like full blown like sprinting.
Uh,
But running a
I mean,
5 mile distance would most likely cause exhaustion, depending on a roll of, I would say, Constitution or your choice of Constitution, Dex, or Strength. And I know that's not how it is in the book, but that's what I'm saying it is because
I'd
no one likes taking
probably go with Dex, right?
exhaustion. Yeah, it
so
can
what
be
I'm
Dex.
hearing is I could technically do it, but you don't want me to.
It's entirely up to you. I do not mind if you do that action.
Then why say make it?
He's just telling you your roles.
Yeah, I'm just making sure it's like kind of transparent, not necessarily the risk air quote, but like the potential actions that will occur from doing so.
I'll think about it. I'll let somebody else go first. I'm still, yeah.
Right, sounds good. So I'm gonna let each individual group kind of decide what they're wanting to do at this moment, right? So you're on a not beaten path. You're still going through nature and everything, but you are heading towards your destinations. I've given all of you kind of an idea of what you're going to deal with. If you just want to walk for 5 miles straight and not say a dag blame word to anybody, you're good for you. That's all. We'll continue on and we'll kind of time skip a little bit to what I have prepared.
What time of day is it?
So you guys got here mid morning. So I'll say
Yeah.
around like 10.
And it's probably about noon now because we didn't spend more than like an hour or two in town.
Correct. Yes, I would say it's closer to noon. The sun is straight up from your guys' walking. Yeah, but just in general, it's straight up. What else could it?
Wait,
Anyway,
so okay. I think I know what I want to do now, but I'll wait for somebody else to go.
Let me
sounds
confer
good.
with group mates and then I'll get back to y'all.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just keep marching forward, just being on
Okay.
the lookout for danger, because I'm all alone.
Sounds good. I'm actually curious. While Sarah is converging, actually go ahead and tell me what you would like to do, Dust, if you
So
do
I
not mind.
checked because I was curious.
Mhm.
I would like to travel at fast pace for 1 hour, which should get me 4 miles. So I should be almost there.
Okay, sure. Oh,
I
what?
just have a.
Whoop!
I
Go
just
What
ahead,
have.
the
Dust. Do.
fuck?
Recall time.
Yeah, I will have a -5 penalty to passive perception scores though
Okay, I
during that
see.
time.
Thank you for looking at that knowledge that I did not have.
Whoa.
Please
Yeah,
tell me that took the things out of your inventories.
Yes.
it did.
God
It
is
did.
angry. God is angry.
Guys, what if one day
Okay.
something bizarre
Oh,
happened and then from the sky all you hear is a booming voice go whoops and
Yeah.
Shit.
you're reset like a minute in time.
Yeah. Yeah, so it does say like when walking across like open ground, but I'm
Mhm.
hoping with my survival or whatever, like it'll be I think I have a being an outlander, I think I don't have a penalty for forest terrain or whatever, so it doesn't matter for me. But
Okay.
Fucking
yeah,
God hitting the undo button.
yeah, fast speed is 4 miles
That
an
is
hour.
not what I
You
meant
did
to
it
do.
again.
Okay. Do.
Yeah.
Don't
So
worry.
fast is 4 miles an hour, normal is 3 an hour, and slow is 2 an hour.
Okay. Sounds good.
But fast has a -5 penalty to passive wisdom perception, and slow
Uh-huh.
has the ability to use stealth.
Gotcha. So
Hey,
draw
Control.
these
is the
suck.
that's not the button
Hey,
I'm wanting to.
we could just
Okay,
give these to you.
sounds good.
Like,
It's already happened. I'm gonna just pull them out of the bag instead of trying to use the thing.
yeah,
Control Z is my favorite creation.
See. There we go. That works. Oh, because
yeah.
it's oh, that makes sense.
You're shuffling
Sounds
the
good.
bag and then taking it out. Yeah.
Or I'm just taking out. So it came out as a set of 80 cards, and that's why it's distributing it to everybody. Which could be fun actually if we wanted to do that one day. Where the thing. But I'm looking into them just so like time flies if nothing happens.
No,
Like
if
I
we
said,
all want a ton of
contingency
cards, we'll
plans.
just get a deck of many things. That can be fun.
Yeah.
We'll just
that
keep
could be
drawing
fun.
cards.
At the
Okay.
end of my last campaign, the DM just gave us a deck of many things. Because, like, our characters were done. Why not?
Fair enough. These don't seem like random encounters at all. It's just names. Oh, I see. I guess I know what that's supposed to be. Anyway. So has the council decided on their actions, i.e., has Sarah with her group?
Yeah, I
decided?
think we
Our
decided
group of one.
Our group of
Okay,
yeah.
sounds good. One thing I will note already, because I almost forgot to do it. So Chase, while you are walking, almost coming through the foliage at a certain point, you see this rabbit that was riding the caravan with you. And they're not necessarily booking it, but they are an incredibly fast walker. And just kind of, there's a moment where you guys are heading in the same direction. It's just one of you is going much faster. They catch up to you, pass by you, and continue walking forward. I'm assuming, unless you have any amendments to that.
Me or him? Me and him, or just him?
So you're walking, you hear something behind you. It's this bunny. It's walking faster than you, catches up, and then I'm assuming just keeps going forward so they can keep
Yeah.
pace.
Can I try to
Yeah,
keep
I'm
pace with him?
If you'd like to, yeah.
Okay. Can I
So,
can
Dust, for a secondary time during your adventure,
Oh no.
you are walking and you try to pass this gentleman just walking on the road because you're clearly going faster with him. But you almost hear like his footfalls kind of occur faster. And I don't know if you're pacing him or walking right beside him, Chase.
I'll
I
be
like
tailing him slightly, I guess.
yeah, I
Okay,
like
yeah.
that he can be a
So
little bit
just
behind me. He has to take a minute to process there's this rabbit like
Yeah,
sprinting
yeah.
yeah, I'd say approximately 20 to 50 feet behind you, you do see this person kind of going your pace. Like you pass him, and now he's going just as fast as you, if not a little bit slower, because I do think you are still innately faster than
And
him.
I reach into my bag
Uh,
and grab my Pokeball.
I think
Oh
we
my god.
technically have the same movement speed at 30, right?
Yeah.
I think that we both have.
Oh, okay.
But like like I imagine I could get away if I wanted to with some sort of dexterity.
Yeah, you're also
Um
like a woodland creature more than me, so you should have
oh
easier
wait,
just
that's
movement.
right. I didn't even think about that. I'm not sure about what the penalties are.
I have longer legs though, so
True. I'll
No, we
say,
have the same movement speed, so that shouldn't really make a
yeah,
difference.
sounds good. Because I was gonna say, if there's anything, it's easier for Dust's character because you don't see him wearing like any heavy equipment, while you are kind of wearing like armor and a couple other things that are a little bit more janky, but you're still able to keep pace.
Yeah, well, not even mentioning my Outlander thing giving me like terrain bonuses and my survival stuff giving me
That's
terrain.
correct. I still need to read that. That's a fault on my part. Let me.
No, that's fine. Like I don't mind like winging it for now. You know what I mean? It's not like we're traveling like dozens of miles. You know what I
Correct.
mean?
Yeah.
Like we're all gonna make it there like in not too long. So, um,
Yeah.
I guess
Okay. So like I was
what's the
thinking.
terrain like?
So like I was thinking, you don't get any bonuses to like movement speed or anything like
Just
that
don't get
from.
penalties.
Yeah. You just yeah, you'll be more acclimated to penalties, but you also you can recall your path very well. Like it's not going to be a check where it might be for other people.
Okay.
And you kind of also, I'll give you this just because I'm reading it and it says like you can always recall general layout of terrain.
Yeah, I
Uh,
just won't get lost. I got you.
yeah, yeah. So like you kind of have a feeling that the second hill that you kind of see in the horizon is most likely where this windmill is.
Oh, and
It's
I
a
did
little
check.
hard to see at this distance.
You only accumulate levels of exhaustion after 8 hours of travel.
Okay, good to know. Thank you. All right. So that's you two. You guys are heading at a fast pace. Uh,
What's the terrain like around us? Like, what do I have to work with if I want to get away from him?
so it kind of opens up and it's very hilly. Like you'll see the occasional trees and such, but for the most part, it is kind of an open plain.
Okay. Well, damn. I guess like if I wanted to stealth, I'd have to slow down anyway.
Yeah. Plus, there are a couple larger hills on your left, so if you wanted to just like mount and go up it, you could. But
Yeah, but that would take me off course for where I'm going.
it would indeed, yes. Oh yeah,
Uh,
because you guys are unaware. Okay. Anyway.
yeah.
So
All I know is that I'm heading south because that's where the guide told me the herbalist is.
okay, yes. Okay, so
can I just
Sarah and Callie.
okay.
Oh, unless you have something,
Oh, I was
Chase.
just gonna like as I'm trailing him, can I just ask him if he's also on his way to warn the herbalist?
No, you're like 50 miles away from me, man. I am not stopping to talk to you.
Fucking 50 miles, Jesus.
No, you're 50 feet. You're like
50
really.
feet.
If
Like
I
50
see
miles away from me.
this crazy Yankee chasing after me, I'm not gonna stop to talk to you, man.
Me not recognizing him as a
Chasing
member,
after me and shouting at me, I'm just leaving.
me not recognizing him as a caravan member, but as food.
Oh, that's funny. Okay,
Yeah, no,
so
like I don't have a way of getting out of this, so I'm just gonna keep running and keeping an eye on him to see if he catches up to me. Because if he starts catching up, I'm gonna try to do something else.
Right.
Alright.
Sounds good. So Sarah and Callie,
What's up?
uh, how are you guys traveling? Are you guys traveling at a decent pace?
Yeah, I'm just walking briskly. I'm trying to get there, but not trying to, bake the break. I'm just chilling.
I've got a smile and nod like I understood what that meant. But sure. Would you like to head at a expedited travel pace, kind of like the other two are doing, or are you kind of just sauntering through?
It is midday. I'm not breaking into a sprint.
I don't think it's a sprint. It's just
We're
like
jogging.
a focused walking.
It's more like a jog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
like you're moving at a faster speed. It's only saving you like a mile. You're only getting like an extra mile out of your hour.
I
Hell,
do
I'd
not want
even
to do that. No.
okay, because I was gonna say I would even opt if you wanted to skip or
Just the
saunter.
just the
Or
bard alone in the forest, just la da 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 da.
I would like to perform a one-woman show on the way to myself. That's what I will. So perhaps that's sauntering at certain points.
Mhm. Okay,
I don't know.
sounds
I
good.
feel like you'd end up going more to like a slow, or no, that would probably be at a casual pace because you having to like keep a track of your instrument.
Perhaps, yeah.
Homie and
Uh,
Dust here behind us is just someone breaking out into song.
No, she has a what is it? A lyre you have? I don't remember.
Yeah.
yes. Okay, sounds good. So Callie, you and Pugnat are traveling. I'll go ahead and say you guys eventually get to that point. First of all, Pugnat is traveling fairly slow.
Yeah, that's what I
Short
figured.
legs.
He
You're one to talk.
I have a passive movement speed of 30, the same as you. Thank you very much.
Just just pick his
Oh
ass
my
up and
god.
carry him.
We'll say the characteristics of the gnome, which Callie is abundantly clear with now. He's moving at 25 feet where you were moving at 30. Just that's fun fact about gnomes. But second of all, he keeps looking at this paper for no reason and like studying it almost as if like something he doesn't see is gonna
Slowing me
pop out
down
of the
even
page.
more.
Yes, yeah. So like he if you make an insight check for me, please.
Yeah. Hold on,
I'll go ahead and pull out my metal dice. Where did that go?
Oh no.
Where are my dice? I think my desk. Holy crap. Oh, they're there. Let's see, did you.
She's pulling up D&D Beyond.
Oh, no worries. I have to make sure mine's pulled up as well.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys were here when I said it, Sarah, but there is an app for it that you guys might find easier if you're using the same computer.
Oh, I appreciate it. I prefer using my PC for it, and it's just kind of hard for her to reach my PC, and also I'm not trying to peek at her character sheet if she's not comfy. And if she looks at mine, I can kick her out of my house.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying the app exists just so you guys didn't have to worry about that sort of thing. Because like even if like one of you just does it on the app, you know what I mean.
Thank you. Oh, she has her laptop with her.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
That was smart. Thank you. Got a 12.
A 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before or after modifiers, or is there not a modifier for that? Insight.
Oh, with the bonus. Oh, okay. I don't have any bonus. Okay. Well, just in
Okay.
if you need to.
Sounds good. I will say nothing is abundantly clear from his walk. Funnily enough, the one roll Pugnat did good. It doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, so eventually you do reach this hill, and you can no longer take 1 foot forward, 1 foot up. And he's kind of investigating this piece of paper, just like he doesn't know what to do, but he's trying to look like he knows what he's up to. And then he kind of looks up to you and he says, "Oh well, there's still forward. Would you like to go around the left side of the mountain or the right side?"
Well, I'd say probably the left.
Left side. Okay, we can hit it.
Wild guess here. gonna be completely honest.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
Wild guess here, gonna be
Oh,
completely.
wild guess.
I feel good about it, you know.
Okay, I mean, if you would like to head east, we can.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So you guys headed around the. Let me check the map just to see. Is technically like the long side?
So direct. If only we had a map and not a blank piece of paper.
That would be very helpful.
Well, you had a companion and not a
Not
pug
a-
map.
All right, absolutely.
divining?
So, I'm sorry.
What's the thing? Like a divining rod, but it's just a piece of paper.
That would be very cool. Okay, so you guys head around the left side, and that's going to be what you guys spend most of your first bit of travel doing. Okay, so let's see. So you guys are traveling. How many miles did you say that would bring you up to, Dust? With that increased speed, did you say 4?
4 an hour at fast pace.
Okay, sounds good. So
Wait, is this paper blank for you guys?
what piece of paper?
No?
In the middle of the table. Okay, whenever she was saying a blank paper, I'm like, did the map not fill in? Or
No, where did you pull this map out, by the way? Are there more?
I had it as a saved object because I decided to get a local map and a regular map just manually.
I think he wants
I
you to
do
do it
have
for
a
the
map of the area,
yeah.
but this is a bit larger than we are.
Holy crap! Yeah,
Oh,
it's very in detail too. I'm impressed.
Jesus Christ.
You know, we're up here. We're that speck of a forest,
Well,
basically.
the entire map is moving.
Whoops.
I didn't move it. Yeah, we're that speck of a forest up in the top left up here.
Why is it not balanced? What the hell? Oh, because of the figurine.
Yeah, the figurines. Here, I can move them.
What?
Oh no.
What is happening?
Too many people.
There, figurines are out of the way. I will.
We'll readjust
Take a
after
nap.
this turn.
All right, sounds good.
I'll delete the other map. There we go.
So anyway, trying to see if the details on this map are good for what I need. They are not. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah. Like, it's a pretty general map of the area. I doubt it'd be in detail enough for where we are.
okay. So for Dust and Chase, as you guys complete this like kind of 4 mile hour of travel, you guys kind of cross to the right hand side of this first big mountain outside of Phandalin, and look over, and you can see a hill on the horizon that seems to have a windmill atop it. Just the shape of like a long structure, and then seeing like kind of a flimsy secondary piece hanging off the top half of it. You can kind of assume, okay, this is clearly the structure. This is the fans of the windmill blades. That is up on the hill. So
Okay,
you guys,
so we can, like, safely assume this is where the herbalist lives.
if one got that to that, yeah. This is like the first notable feature directly south of Phandalin that is currently within view as
Okay.
well. It's a lot of
Uh,
hills, a lot of various meadows and such, but this seems to be one of the major structures, and it's not really that far outside of town either. So one could travel, I'd say, perhaps even 2 full round trips, or 3 if you're like super brisk, within a day.
I don't recall. Did the shopkeep tell me roughly how far the house is, or how far away the herbalist was?
He did not use like definitive answers, but he did say it was south, and I
Okay.
I
Do I
I
have how many miles of view do you think I would have through the hills?
through the hills, not a lot.
Yeah.
Uh,
I guess.
but with that in mind, this windmill is at the top of the secondary hill, and that's kind of the reason you're able to see it. So it's a little
Okay.
bit more steep, but it is up there, and that's the first notable structure you see.
I
And
should
what's
know that we're 5 miles out from the town, right? Like, that's how far the herbalist is?
You had whatever was on that task. So looking back at our documents,
I don't think it had a distance on
yeah,
it.
no distance.
Damn.
yeah, lives by yourself in a
Oh,
stone
but
windmill at
he
the side
knows
of the
we
hill.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
You do know it's a windmill.
So I'll yell to the rabbit, "That's where the herbalist is."
No, I'm still I basically tuned him out by this point. Do
Okay.
I look back? Do I still see him chasing me?
Yes, he is exactly the same distance he was last time you checked away.
Okay. So I am going to. You said she's on a hill. I'm going to make it seem as if I keep going in a straight line. And
Mhm.
once I pass the precipice of the hill, and he shouldn't have line of sight of me anymore,
Mhm.
I'm gonna curve around the back of her hill and slowly make my approach up from behind.
I mean, by that point, I should also just completely ignore him and just go to to the windmill, right? Because that's my original goal.
Yes, so you would be
I
heading
don't know you're
directly.
going there too, though.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get away from the crazy fucker who's chasing me.
Fair enough. So with that being said, yeah, so you're gonna have a little bit more travel, like I'll say another hour of travel, chase. Uh, Dust, yours is going to be a little bit longer until you get kind of around the mountain,
Oh wait,
but
how far away are we from the hill? I thought we were like coming up to it.
you guys are approximately shit, I'll say 3 miles away.
Oh damn, she's far then. Uh yeah, I guess I'll keep going at a fast pace until then, because with the 4 miles I should still arrive like relatively soon. So
Yeah, yeah. And I'll say also there will be a point where like Chase's character is kind of heading up this hill, and you're like, okay, he no longer has sight of me because A, he's focusing on getting up this hill, but B, because like, you know,
okay.
uh yeah.
Yeah, no, with
Trying to
us
think
being
about that.
like supposedly like a mile off at like 4 miles travel, I thought we were gonna end up like near it. I didn't think we were still that far away. So yeah, I'll probably like keep going at a fast pace for a while and only worry about
You're
hiding
right.
whenever we get
Okay.
closer.
Yeah, so Umber Hill is about 2 miles. My apologies. That makes a lot more sense. I forgot that you had already traveled like a hex distance. So yes. Okay.
Oh, you were assuming we traveled at normal pace, not fast. I got you.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, oh, they're still like halfway through Anyway. So yeah, you it's 2 miles off. So Chase, your character kind of starts beelining towards the windmill, and you are trying to kind of go a little bit around it, correct, Dust?
I'm trying to break line of sight with him before I head to it.
Understood. Okay. So that sounds good. Um Sarah, I would say around this time, you also it's a little bit further away of a distance for you, but you do also see like a windmill. You see two little dots kind of walking near slash towards it. And you see that to your right hand side, which is the southeast, which is the direction you're supposed to be traveling, is a large meadow up until you see these mountains form. So
Okay.
it's still a good distance away.
Okay.
So it's up to you. If you want to keep traveling in your current direction, you will be kind of passing pseudo near this windmill, but you will also be heading towards your current goal. Since you don't know exactly where on this mountain range your goal is, except for the fact that it is more southwest. I'm so stupid. It's southwest.
I'm just
Southeast
gonna
is not
go
north.
whatever way makes me the closest while staying on a path. I
Okay,
don't see the
sounds good.
map anymore, so
I
I'm
see.
just
We would be off of the map at this point.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I'm still referencing the one I sent in resources,
Okay.
which
Okay.
I'm
I can drag that in. Hold on.
okay.
Let me.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is a DM note. I will have these next time as saved objects. I didn't know you could save objects like that until like
Until like 5 seconds before we started. Yeah.
correct.
I got
Yeah.
you. Yeah, custom tile. I will
Let's
say I recommend using tile instead of board whenever possible because tiles I just found work better.
Okay.
let's
Oh, I
let's be honest. Dust is like your TA essentially.
Essentially, yeah.
the
He
one
did
thing
a
I'm not
little
sure on, like
bit.
usually it lets me whenever I put a tile in, it usually lets me like add the like details immediately. I'm not sure if it's not doing that because I'm not hosting or what.
Okay, can you try pulling it in again? Because something did pop up for me that I did not pay
Oh,
attention to.
it's having you give the link. Okay.
Okay.
Probably
So
permission.
here. So yeah, I'm going object component custom tile place, and then it's probably asking you to put a link in.
Yeah, it says top image, bottom image,
I'll
thickness,
DM you the
stackable.
link.
Okay.
So it should have like a URL section that you can put in.
Mm-hmm.
You can probably right click on that, like open up that image, right click it, and do
Copy
copy
message
link.
link.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, not message link, just copy link. If you make the you know how in Discord you can click on the image and make it cover most of your screen.
Yes.
Do that and then
Oh, I
right click
see. I
on the
see.
image, and it says
Yeah.
copy link. Try that.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's it. But
Yeah, just scale it up.
you
I'm vaguely looking for a better map, but that's the one you sent us.
yeah, this is the one I'm also kind of referencing.
Yeah, I'm seeing if I can get like a map that just looks at like the Sword Mountains though, but I'm looking still.
I see. So yeah, so for your guys' traveling purposes, this is the hill where the windmill is. That's actually its almost exact location. So you guys are heading. You guys are approximately like here-ish. Callie and Pugnat are kind of going around this way. And Sarah is kind of a little bit more behind you guys, but heading the same path as Dust and Chase.
Interesting. I don't have permissions to scale a character.
Oh,
You
With-
can't be trusted.
here I'll
Apparently not.
make you bigger.
Oh,
Oh,
I was gonna
okay,
scale
you-
us down.
Oh, well.
That way we could have an easier visual of the map.
You should also be able to, Chase.
Oh, I should be able to?
Yeah, I changed it real quick.
Oh, appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. I can't scale down Baneri.
I'm doing it right now. Like
Okay,
I have it selected already.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I can't either.
So we're about right here.
Veneri is unchangeable.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
I
get
will
that
power
giant,
over all of you.
Yeah,
that titan off
since
the
you
map.
guys are since you guys are relatively close to each other, we'll just use the red one since you guys
Yeah.
are only like 50 feet away.
Oh, hold on. I probably have a tag for it. No. Hmm. Oh well.
For the sake of this, I'll add that and
That could be
this one
Vaneri.
as well.
Nah. I almost have a new map for us anyway. Just give me a minute.
Also, using the thing you showed me, I could probably do the same on my end.
Who's green?
That, for the sake of argument, is Callie and Pugnat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought Callie was the purple one. Yeah, her figure's over here.
And green is
Oh,
probably
is it?
supposed to be.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah,
Oh,
Sarah.
I did green because in my head, green equals.
Well, she's a
Archer.
purple seat, so.
That is true too.
you know,
So, like-
that's not a bad color comparison, actually, Zach.
Color theory, man, it sucks. Wait, so is pink Callie
Me.
or Sarah? That is you. Okay,
Pink is Sarah. Yeah.
I like pink.
sounds good. So you are approximately like right there.
Blood is not pink.
No, I
Did you just say blood is pink?
No, I said I like blood. You said I like pink.
I like bloody pink.
Okay.
I would hate to see either of you order a steak.
I like it rare.
Last time I ordered a burger at a restaurant, it was raw.
Once I
Perfect.
got a steak so raw, I thought my cousin was gonna throw up when he saw it. It was really funny.
Dude, that's delicious,
Yeah.
though. What do you mean?
It was really good.
Yeah, no, like the best meat is on the rarer side. The problem is it requires a very good chef to cook it to a appropriate temperature, but not too much. You know,
Yeah.
it's a very hard temperature range to meet properly while still safe to eat.
But you really should eat all burgers. Well done though. It's a serious health hazard if you eat them.
I'll risk my health for a good burger.
It depends on how you source the ground meat beef for it.
Well, it was like Outback Steakhouse, and I didn't really trust them.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't trust any like restaurant that isn't local.
Yeah.
Zach literally being like, all right, well, we've tangent. How?
No, it's all good.
This is the D&D experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Callie,
Sorry, I have one quick question for you, Zach, just so I
Yeah.
know I do this correctly.
Mhm.
So how far north of this are we ever likely to go during the entire campaign?
Using my
Not
super kind of
not
cheaty one.
like not north of Kragmaw Castle. You want to say?
The Krogmaw is there. Actually, not past.
The river in Neverwinter.
Correct. Yes.
Jesus.
Potentially.
Like he's saying potentially. Like for example, Chase, I could have ended up over here at a lighthouse, swimming for treasure. Like there
Oh
are some
my.
like random quests that could have sent us way off. You know what I mean? Like if you remember, I got that lighthouse nonsense. That would have
Yeah, I
been over
remember.
here. I'm assuming.
Jesus.
So like we might not end up there. I'm saying how far we could like realistically end up.
How about we do that on a weekend where there's no immediate danger? Just like that's
That
just a
is.
weekend trip.
Up to y'all. All right, so Callie, you and Pugnat reach another hill. And he kind of looks at you the same way and goes, "Okay, another decision. Do you want to go left or right?"
You really don't like making decisions, do you?
I'm new to this.
That's understandable. Well, I have a great sense of direction. So we're gonna
Okay.
go right this time.
Oh, okay, sure. You weren't wrong with the left. The only thing I saw was a squirrel. So, and you guys continue down
Kelly
this path.
literally grabs the piece of paper that he keeps looking at out of his hand and just throws it behind her. It's like, I know where to go. I got this.
I'm concerned that she didn't even have to roll deception for that. I'm very concerned. How dumb is he?
I truly believe my character right now
I
truly
sent
believes
you a
he's
new
just
map,
looking
Zach.
at a random piece of paper.
Dust has a new map.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
see.
sent you
Yes. Sounds good.
Okay.
We're about to switch maps anyway, so
Okay, well never mind then.
when we
But
come
just for
back, we
next
will.
time, yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. This one also doesn't have all of the potential locations automatically labeled on
It
it, which is
doesn't,
nice.
but it's more zoomed in. So
No, I agree. I like it because it's not like, oh, you guys have to like kind of head in this
yeah,
direction,
this is
and then
just
you
me
guys having like
cropping
an
down the one
axe.
you already have. So
Okay, yeah,
I
sounds
figured
good.
if you were comfortable sending this one before, then it should be well enough for what we're doing.
Yeah, sounds good.
Motherfucking, who the hell in their moral righteousness decided to name a road the High Road?
I'm pretty sure that road is actually elevated above the rest of the terrain. Like I think it's like physically a high road.
I just like the name.
Traveling across a ridge.
I just
like,
like the naming convention.
You're like, what aristocratic
Asshole. Yeah.
loves his road more than
So-
everyone else, and it's just two farmers sitting there like, well, we
Now,
gotta
I
call it
would like
something.
to point out. Hold on.
Well, where's the motherfucking low road then?
No. So like in terms of like context for the area, we are here, and the high elves are like here in their high forest. So I'm pretty sure if anybody named the high road, it'd be
Oh,
the
so
high
it was
elves
an
in their high
aristocratic
forest.
asshole.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Aren't
Then
you?
again,
I
Yeah,
am.
like- yeah, the
but-
high elves in their high forest, technically speaking, are far away from the high road, so maybe not. But you know,
Maybe they just really like you know.
They saw
certain-
one of
certain-
those. They saw one of those signs that was like, "Call this number to purchase this highway."
no, actually no. We also have the high moor down here, so I'm less certain now. Maybe like this is on a plateau or something. I
We're
don't
in the
know.
Highlands. How about
Sounds good.
that?
I'm sure Zach isn't here to teach us a geography lesson of Faerun.
Oh, I couldn't if I wanted to. I suck with.
I could.
I suck with geography on a normal, like on an IRL basis. What do you mean?
So I'm saying Google's like turn left, and I'm like, all right, call it an afternoon. Okay, yeah. So
Google's like
I'll
turn
say-
left, wrong left.
Mhm. I'm just like, oh, how stupid of me.
That motherfucker calls it like right as when you need to turn too, and it's just like, bitch.
Yeah,
Why you always
treats
have a
everything like you
passenger
have a
tell you-
stop sign.
That's why you always have a passenger tell you where to go.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, so they could pull out the giant map out of your fucking glove box and just unravel that and just take up the
So
entire
they can
cab.
watch it on Google, you dimwit.
Oh my goodness.
Chase, aren't you supposed to have like the highest intelligence score here?
Probably not.
I don't know.
You're our mage.
Fine.
I'm the fucking mage?
Dude, the closest thing we have.
Okay.
All
That
right.
was like news
So,
to me.
so with one more round of travel, I will say, um, still gonna be a little bit of gap between you guys. So for the sake of this, uh, Chase and Dust, you guys are actually right on top of this windmill location.
Yeah, like I'm assuming we both arrive at the same time because even though I'm taking like a little bit of a roundabout way going up from behind, I was still at a head start, so I'm assuming we're getting there like roughly maybe like slightly after him. I don't see if there would be like a notable difference.
I got you. Plus, like whatever it makes up in uh ease of like current location to that location, it is
Yeah.
still like a pretty rocky hill. So you have a little bit of a difficult time getting up it, but like nothing too extraordinary, not yet at least.
Yeah.
At the top, you do see some paved roads that have kind of carved out
Yeah.
portions of this hill to make a
Yeah.
travelable
But
road.
even if it cuts like our speed in half, at the pace we're traveling, we'll still get there within the hour, so it doesn't really.
Yeah, yeah. So you guys have made it. Approaching from different angles, I'll say, Chase, you don't really see anything other than this windmill, right? You hear like a loud thunk every now and again. But just with your traveling pace and everything else, you only see the windmill. You're approaching it kind of head on. Uh, yeah, that's
Obviously
all
slowing
you know.
down for the rocky environment, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Dust, from your perspective, at a certain point, reaching higher up, if you could make investigation or perception, I just need to know which one you roll.
I'm gonna roll perception.
Okay.
If I can find it on my sheet, there we go.
Isn't it minus
17.
5?
Okay.
It's
Awesome.
+5. Oh no, you're right. Because I'm traveling at fast pace, I do get -5, so I end up at a 12.
Okay. Sounds good. From this distance, there's not a whole lot you can tell because you are still having to kind of climb up from it. Every once in a while, you'll see some form of large object kind of being shoved out one of these top windows. And at the base of this windmill, you do see something kind of not necessarily attacking the building, but kind of like raising up and grazing it. It's a pretty large figure, but you can't really tell anything distinct from this distance. Uh, Sarah, you
Okay.
see the windmill kind of up in the area. You do see one little dot still heading towards it. Uh, and then this is kind of where your road is going to diverge. Kind of using like the southeast map and everything. The mountain range is across the plains over here, and you see a couple individuals heading up to this windmill from different well, one of them. The other one is kind of hidden off of view.
Okay. Am I supposed to see a map still?
No, there is not currently a map up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with the weird figures because I tried making friends once. It did not go well for me. I'm
You
done.
fucking didn't.
It's my villain arc.
I would
So-
not call standing over someone staring them down with your hands on your hips making friends.
We've had no interaction so far.
I'm in my villain era.
Okay, so
I'm-
Sarah, where are you going?
Uh, the quickest way to the dwarves.
I'm in my villain arc, she says, as like her first action was to ignore the nice, kind little dwarf next to her. Or no, not dwarf.
No,
Gnome.
At least I know what he is.
fair.
Short
fair.
people all look the same to me.
How tall are you?
6'2".
Liar.
Okay. So you begin traveling towards through this plain towards this mountain coast, or not mountain coast, the mountain range. Uh from that direction, you do hear not necessarily like a violent bashing of drums. But you do hear kind of like a very not a very rhythmic, almost like I'm gonna say war centric set of drums going off in the distance. You hear and actually see as it kind of flies overhead that in this plain area that you're gonna be traveling in, this fairly large white dragon is continuing flying overhead swooping down. You see them pick up something, a figure that seems to be almost like a green color, uh, taking a chunk out of it, throwing it back into the battlefield, uh, swooping down again, spraying ice breath across the land, and a bunch of other stuff just kind of off in the distance, but in the way you're traveling or about to set forth and go.
Did Zach just kill me without giving me a roll?
No.
Just picked
So
up
you
a
guys,
green
you
thing
guys
and
are
took
up
a
in the.
chunk out of it.
It's almost Sarah looks left, windmill and people walking up there. Looks right, sees dragon in far distance, but not too far distance, just thrashing something to death.
I have half a mind just to go back to the town and say I did it. Um, all right, I'll. Oh, the windmill seems like a bad idea because that's like a vantage point, and that seems like where the dragon would look. But I'm a little dumb, so I'm gonna go that way anyway.
It's
So I'm gonna go
occupado.
up to the windmill.
Yeah, he's occupied.
Wait, didn't
Okay.
you just turn away from the windmill?
Yes, and then I saw a
But
dragon.
she
so I
saw the
turned around.
shit that was going on in front of her. I was like, no, thank you.
Right. Okay, so you're heading back to the windmill.
Yep.
Okay. So Callie, you are walking with Pugnat. You've kind of gotten around this area, and you see the mountain range before you, and you see this windmill off in the distance as well. He seems to be more focused. He's like, okay, so if I believe, oh wait, is that the? I feel like one of the missions was a windmill, so Maladin has that covered. Moving on, we
Wait, hold
need
on a minute.
to. Hmm?
What about that windmill?
Oh, okay. So we found these pieces of paper on the task board,
Yes.
and a friend I made, his name's Maladin. He picked up the 3 pieces of paper. Said he was going to take care of the windmill. Sent me to get more people to go to Nomengard. And he also gave me the dwarven one, which I handed off to the lyre playing individual in the tavern or in the inn.
Oh, the bard, yeah.
The bard who
Yes.
ignored you, I remember.
I remember her.
Yeah. So she should also be heading southwest, but we need to head southeast and not south. I mean, it was only like 25 gold each, and we were hoping like the herbalist. I think she makes all of the healing potions, which would be really good when they get her to town. But we need to
Still,
go.
you're okay with him taking all that gold for himself, though? I mean, what if he took the easy one?
You can make a perception roll, or not persuasion.
Do
That
it,
is
do
a
it,
very
do it,
good
do it,
one.
do it.
I'd also say with advantage.
Well, are you saying that Pugnat doesn't have any social skills?
Oh,
Shockingly to everybody.
wrong one. Hold on. Well, my performance is the same as my persuasion, so I guess it works out either way. That is what's the 5 for the first one,
Okay.
and the 6 for the second one. Oh boy.
Okay. So he looks at you and he says, "Well, I don't think Maladin had any malicious intent. But if this is like only a little bit off our way, I mean, I guess we could like make 25 gold."
I mean, worst case scenario, we run into your nice friend, and I can get a chance to meet him.
Sure. Yeah. If you do, you want to go to the windmill?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Awesome. So and for once, like actually seeing his goal and kind of having the task in mind, you do see Pugnat kind of cheer up a little bit.
Oh,
It's not like a fake kind of confidence that he's carrying with him, but it's more of just like this almost like ignorant hope.
Wow. I
And
thought
Naivete.
Sarah was the bard, but I'm the one inspiring people.
but yeah, so you guys start heading towards the windmill. So it's gonna be a little bit before you guys get there. But Dust and Chase.
Yes.
You guys
Yes.
have approached. I'll go ahead, and since we are getting towards that time, switch us over to the correct board. I will save this stuff later. That is a good point. I'm new to this.
The music is gone.
The music is gone, yes.
Oh,
It
did
did
we
not.
change like entire boards? Okay.
We did, yes. Okay, so that's just gonna go down here.
Oh, this is empty.
Uh,
I don't mind it, but ooh, so lonely.
see. So I'm at that tree, which is here, so it should hopefully.
Ooh, shiny.
This works out, I think.
Yeah. So Chase
Oh
is
no.
down
I am
here.
immediately concerned.
What? No, don't worry about it. You two are not here yet.
Okay, I will not worry about the manticore hiding behind a ruined building.
The what now? No, there's.
At least I'm
And
assuming
then,
that's a manticore.
if you bring up Baniri, please.
Okay. I shall summon it from the great beyond.
Baniri, I choose you.
Thank you. You are approaching from this angle. So no initiative yet. But I will say, just to continue with the order.
Wait, weren't we heading towards the windmill?
Yes, I'm sorry. That is supposed to be here, kind of.
Okay.
But then this is also the base of the building. Where's that supposed to
Oh,
be? I don't
okay.
know. Anyway,
That's the basement. I got you.
yeah. So
I was like, why are we all the way away from the windmill?
yeah, the windmill is here. So from each of your perspectives, Chase, what would you like to do first?
I can't see the manticore now, can I?
No, you cannot. You see the windmill, and you hear that loud thud that's kind of gotten louder as you've approached, but
Does it sound like the rhythm of something attacking something?
no, you hear. Roll me a perception check, but I'll just give you what I've kind of already described as you do that, just in case you
Uh,
don't roll good.
Are we still traveling at fast speed, or have we gotten to the point where we no longer have the perception penalty?
I'm gonna say no longer a perception penalty. So okay,
22. Yeah,
okay, that is a
nat
natural
20.
20. Okay, so as you approach, you hear almost what sounds like a feminine voice kind of shouting. Uh, and I'll even give you this since it's a nat 20. Yeah, they're shouting not in like a nice way, but there's like, back off, you giant ass. And then you hear this almost like wood against wood rushing noise before it stops, and you hear that loud thud. Thus, from your location, and just to like tie everything together, it seems that this individual in this windmill, seeing this large creature, is pushing
Oh,
various.
so we can see the creature. Or only
Well,
I
you
can see it.
can.
Only you
You
can.
can.
Yeah.
Only you can.
Okay.
But you see her shoving out furniture off of like the third story of this windmill, and it's hurling down, not hitting the manticore, but getting very close, just thudding down.
Uh, can I try to identify the person throwing the furniture to see if it's actually the herbalist? Because if not, I'm ditching.
If you would like to, yeah.
I don't want to deal with them if they aren't the person I'm looking for.
Look at it and be like, nah, that's not it.
Yeah.
Let me see.
What am I rolling for that?
I would say investigation for this one.
Investigation. Okay.
Yes. Or the-
Ooh, that is
Makes sense.
rough.
You just have my character scream, "It's her! Trust me!"
I mean, I don't think I can hear you from over here.
You got big ass ears.
Okay,
You can hear me.
All right, so investigation check 5. She's not really like peeking out much from this third story.
So I can tell it's a she.
You hear indistinguishable shouting, but you see you do hear like almost like what you would associate with a feminine voice at a high pitched yelling down to this creature.
I guess I'm heading in then.
Okay, sounds good.
I would like to start sneaking towards it and seeing if I can gather more information on the creature itself. Like
Uh,
trying to determine how strong it is, I mean.
Okay, sounds good. So there's a little bit of bushes here. So if you want to kind of like move into one, and I'll get a stealth check from you. But while you roll that, Chase, you do hear what sounds like almost like a cat against a scratching post, except it's large nails up against a stone windmill. Uh, on the opposite side, you still don't know what it is, but you do hear something down there kind of
God,
clawing you.
God damn it! This is why I hate cats. So I noticed the windmill has windows, right?
Yes, yeah, it has 3 on each side. The one you're facing, and then you can assume she's throwing that large thud out of the other side.
Can I
Of
persuade?
argument, what is the front of the windmill?
The front of the windmill is that's a good
Because I can see
question.
there's a door on it, but I'm not sure where it should be facing.
That's a good point. I didn't notice there was a door. Uh oh well, it has windows on all sides, so that's good too. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say this way just because like there's this entrance over here and I don't see another one on the pad.
Right.
Okay.
Can
Or I'll say it's facing the manticore actually.
Okay.
So he
can
seems to be up against this door, kind of like trying to get in.
can I sneak up and try to persuade her to jump out into my arms?
Okay, so you have 30 feet of movement. Each grid or each space is 5 feet. So if you'd like to move yourself up and see how far you get, and then we can go from there. You rolled a 10 on your stealth. A Look up something. Yeah.
What are you checking? Passive manticore perception?
Something like that, yeah.
Jesus Christ, Dust, your rolls are shit. Can't wait to roll
I
that one in a
know.
second.
So while you're like kind of sneaking through this grass, it's not the quietest. You are walking through heavy grass and kind of making it sway. Just from like a place of kind of creeping down and looking at this creature with the hope to investigate. It did seem to catch your presence. So he's looking into these grass things and looking through. And there is like a split second where you think he makes almost direct eye contact with you. But he does seem heavily focused on this door right now. And you look like a rabbit, so he's probably just like, whatever. So how far did you make it, Chase?
Or is it my choice, or how far do I actually make it?
With your 30-foot movement, where do you get?
I mean, I should be right fucking here, shouldn't I? If each section
Well,
is
you
only
you move
like 10
six.
feet.
Well, you move
5,
6
10.
tiles because everything is 5 feet.
Oh, the tile. Okay.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
move 6 of the squares. So I think you
So,
made it to the rock post
yeah, I
side.
should make it to the boulder.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, you die. You run into the boulder. Good.
I just
Uh,
run headlong first into him, bash my
Roll
skull in.
Constitution.
yeah. So I'll say that's as far as you get for the current moment. Dust has already made a second. I would say you have another 30 movement.
Wait, what was my second?
Your first one was perception of the windmill, and your second one was to walk up
Oh,
in
okay.
stealth.
Okay, I got you.
So you may move another 30 feet. And I'll say, as you guys are kind of perusing this at like I'll say a slower pace. I'll say, where's north? North is that way.
Yeah, north should be
It
the
it
side the
doesn't.
Manticore's on.
It does not matter. It's okay.
I think we're all heading from this side vaguely.
Yeah. So you headed from there. Uh, Callie, you will be heading in from this direction. In which you and Pugnat do see this large creature up against the windmill. And I'll say, Sarah, you are kind of walking in behind, so you kind of are approaching from this direction.
Oh, great.
So we're
You're on
still
the
on point.
opposite side of the Manticore, Sarah. I don't think you should complain.
But yeah, if you guys would like to take movements, that's fine. If you guys would want to go ahead and roll initiative just in case, that's a good idea, and it keeps turn order kind of formal. just so it's not just like me going in the initial order of how we did things. Let's do that one actually, if everyone wouldn't mind rolling initiative.
Sure.
No problem.
Talked myself into it.
I got
Looks like I got a 19.
Okay, so let's see. Make a notepad.
15?
20. 13.
All right,
Let's
so
try.
did Sarah or Callie make a 13?
Me.
No, you made a 20.
I made a 20.
I made a 30.
Okay.
Somehow,
Sarah.
being behind both of us, she throws her loot flying at the manticore past all of us.
Okay, so next initiative, what's below a 20 but higher than like 15, I'll say.
I'm 19.
You are 19. All right, so Dust with a 19.
Dust, you're a teenager?
You don't want to check the age of my character.
Moving forward, who is next? So let's say 15 to 14 or 15 to 10.
Me.
Okay, what was yours?
15.
Okay. And then Callie, was yours a 13?
Yes.
Okay. Sounds good. Can you guys see this, by the way? Is it popping up on the side of the
Yeah,
screen?
we can see
Okay.
the
Yeah.
notes on the right
Yeah, we're
side.
good.
Awesome.
Some of
just
us
making
only have
sure.
one monitor, so it takes a little bit longer.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, are those question marks the manticore or the person inside?
It's the thingy.
Okay, nice.
The thingy. That helps.
Okay, so he spends his actions still clawing at this door. Sarah, you have approached. You see this individual that you can now see in focus. It's one of the people that were on the caravan with you. Kind of not hiding behind a rock, but kind of approaching the scene of the windmill stealthily. You hear this loud thud going on in the distance, although you do not know exactly what it's coming from. And you hear indistinct shouting coming from the windmill.
Okay. Is talking a free action?
It is, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna shout to the guy ahead of me. Hey, what's going on?
I'm gonna shout back. There's something attacking the herbalist.
What's attacking an herbalist?
I don't know. I can't see it. It sounds like a pissed off cat. She didn't give it food.
Okay, so you still have movement and action and a bonus action, Sarah.
Okay, I guess I'll move up to where Chase's character is. Can I do that?
No.
Let's see.
You
No,
move.
okay.
Yeah, you're a little bit too far behind.
Yeah, so if you don't have an action, you can use your action to dash and double your movement, which will get you there.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, sounds good. Awesome. So Dust, it's your turn.
Are the windows open or shuttered?
The lower ones seem to be shut, but all of the windows on the third floor seem to be open.
How high up is the third floor?
The third floor is, I'm assuming, 30 feet up.
Ooh.
Third floor.
What about the windows on the second floor?
The windows on the second floor are 20 feet up.
No, I mean,
Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. Third floor is 20 feet up. Second floor is 20 feet up. I'm sorry, 10 feet up. And then the bottom floor is on this level.
the floors have merged together.
The floors have merged.
All right,
They're
so
forming a coup in your
how
local
many floors
neighborhood.
are there?
There are 3 floors.
Okay. So the first floor at ground level, they're shuttered. The third floor at 20 feet up are closed. I mean, are
Correct.
open. What about the
Yes.
ones at 10 feet up at second floor?
They are 10 feet up and they are closed.
Damn it.
There is kind of like a cavity in which they are sitting. They seem to be inward facing instead of outward facing.
Okay.
Just as so the harsh winds and stuff of it being a windmill do not keep them shuttering open and closed. They kind of open on the inside so she can lock them, you assume. Lock them in place, I should say.
I don't like my chances of trying to get up there. Like second floor, I could definitely do, but third, I don't see any benefit. I
Okay.
guess I will. Ooh. So, let's see. How far is my bush from the place? It looks like
About 6
7
feet.
or 8 tiles. Yeah,
Yeah.
7 or 8.
It's
So.
approximately 40 feet to the base. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
so
No,
I can't make it the entire way there easily.
it's 30 feet to the base. But
You could piss it off and lure it
so
away.
so it's 30 feet to the base, so I could make it over there, and then I still have an action and a bonus action.
yes.
I guess I am going to do that. So I will
Okay.
make it over to the base.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. Can I use my action after my bonus action?
Yes.
Okay. And the front door is already shut, right? The Manticore's bashing at it but can't get in.
Yes.
Okay.
And it
I
seems to be
think
quite resistant of his blows thus far, but it does seem that it's kind of giving way. Like there's chunks missing out of it that are scattered across the floor in front of this manticore. And he is also like peering in and clawing at it and kind of doing damage to where it's already damaged, trying to get through this thing.
how tall is the Manticore? If I break open a second story window, could he reach it?
Uh, looking at his sheet, he does not have reach, so no.
Okay. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do then is I am going to use my rabbit hop bonus action to jump the 10 feet up to the second story window.
Okay.
And then I am going to use my action to try and break in the window. So I can enter the second floor.
Okay, so you're using your bonus action to what now?
On my bonus action, rabbit hop, I can jump
Mhm.
10 feet without provoking opportunity attacks.
His action
Okay.
is to kick in the fucking window door.
Okay, yeah, sure. If you would roll an attack for me.
Okay,
Let's see what this
I'm not
is.
sure what I roll for that. Do I guess I click on my quarterstaff?
Yeah, so you click on the plus beside it.
Okay, the +5 or the D6 +3?
The plus 5.
Okay. Ooh.
23. I think he kicks that
Okay, yeah.
shit well in.
See, I was
Okay,
just
so
saving my
you,
good rolls for when I needed them.
Fair
okay,
enough.
sounds good. So you hit it, roll damage for me, please.
Who?
You.
You.
Again?
You
Okay.
hit it.
No,
Now
the
you need
damage.
now you need to do the damage.
I'm confused.
Bring the MP3.
Oh, I was doing accuracy and okay.
Yeah,
I'm
so
sorry. I was
yes. So the first roll is to see if you hit, and the second one is the damage you
I'm
deal
not
to it
gonna
if
lie,
you hit.
Dust.
Now-
I was confused at first, and I quickly caught on.
Okay. So I have 2 buttons for damage, simple and versatile. What's the difference?
Okay, so the simple one is if you're doing it one-handed, and the versatile it has a little bit more of a damage range, but you are two-handing the quarterstaff when you whack things.
Okay, I guess I'll two-hand it because I have a chance of getting a higher roll, so.
Okay.
And I'm hoping with my dexterity I'm not going to fall off.
5.
So you do 5 points of damage to this thing. You burst through a lot of it, but it's. I'll even say that one of the doors do kind of fly open, but the other one seems a bit restrained.
Being that I am a small creature, am I able to fit through the one broken door?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess that's the end of my turn then. I have successfully pretty much attained entry to the building.
You're telling me this
Fair
man
enough.
jumped up, hit the fucking thing, and then somehow got into it as well?
I didn't get in yet. I guess I'm still technically in the window frame, but I have an entry point.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I would need an extra action to move in, but it's whatever. It's the end of my turn anyway. I don't see it making a difference.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sounds good. So we'll just put you like right here.
Oh yeah,
Just
we have
keep-
map of inside, don't we?
Yeah, I fouled up on what direction you guys were approaching it, so we're just running with it. So you are going to technically be on that.
Yeah.
Nah, whatever.
Whatever
It doesn't
works.
matter.
Yeah, it'll work out.
So that is your turn, Chase. What are you doing?
That is a bad map in relation to the second floor of the monument, isn't it?
A bit, but it's okay.
Okay.
Rolling with it.
I mean, in my case, I guess I can't see the rabbit do what he did, can I?
You see something fly out of the bush, whack a window, and then kind of disappear from sight.
Okay, so I'm going to sneak forward again, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Is
so
there a
about right
penalty to
here.
move sneaking, or do you still have the 30?
I think I have 30, right?
I'm asking Zach. I'm not sure.
What was the question?
Is there a penalty to movement when sneaking, or does he still have 30?
So you will have to you will have to basically rehide if you're wanting to do that, but you're able to move. And so far, like with him being on the other side and everything, you're pretty sure that he's focused enough. He
I'm
will
gonna
not
say
see
he's
you.
pretty fucking occupied. It sounds.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So I'd say like you're light on your feet, but you're not like you're still walking through the up the hill kind of deal. So
And you are wearing heavy armor, at least if your model is to be in any way believed.
I am wearing leather armor, I believe.
Leather. Oh, never mind then.
yeah, you're good. So action, bonus action, anything else you'd like to do?
Um, not really. I'm not really close enough to do anything.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, next is Callie. So you and Pugnat have approached. You see something scratching the windmill.
Hmm. How far away am I?
Pretty fucking
And-
far.
You will arrive in the 5th turn of combat.
Yeah, you're about
No,
a.
I'm Archer.
I mean,
trying to- 'cause
you're
I've got
about like
100
80 feet away, I think, right?
More.
More.
I'd
Jesus.
like to run up as close as possible.
Okay.
Yeah, movement, bonus dash, and whatever. Same thing Sarah did, I guess.
So like
Yeah.
60 feet gets covered, right?
If you're using your action to dash, yes.
Yeah, I think I probably will have to.
Oh wait, what about Pugnat? He only has 25 movement.
This motherfucker's
I'm
just like, wait,
telling
come back.
Stay behind me. Stay far back.
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
he's 10 feet behind her now if he dashed as well.
It's a good point as well.
Hold on, I'll find the model for him.
He's 25 feet,
Okay.
I thought, right? That's what Zach said, is that he ran like, or walked 5 feet passively behind us, right?
Pugnat gets to be this generic blue.
Correct. Yeah. So he's like here. So that is the 60 movement, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's 50 for him though, because isn't it just doubled with dashing?
I meant for Callie. Yeah. So
Oh,
he
okay.
he hasn't gone yet. I forgot to roll initiative. I have added him to the order.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
which he goes
rolled an
next.
ass.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Okay. So Callie, use your action to do that. Do you have any bonus actions? Bonus actions you would like to complete?
What the fuck was
I
that?
don't know.
That's me rolling over my own words.
If there's anything I can do.
Okay. So right after you do so, kind of hear like a heavy huff slash rushing behind you as he moves. You still have some distance on him, but you see he's kind of booking it, trying to keep up. It's a little funny because he does have stubby little legs, but he's on his way. Okay, and then back to the top of the order. Dust, you just flew through a window.
Close enough, yeah.
So the Manticore kind of walks around
Oh
the
no.
building to observe this new thing. And he looks up at you inquisitively, getting a good look at this thing. He almost has the fur like a wolf or a dog. And then when it gets to this elongated neck, it seems to be more like a lion's mane with these thick bristles sticking out of it. He looks at you with these big yellow bright eyes and kind of furls his wings a little bit.
He has
Uh,
wings. I'm sorry.
Indeed, Lord, he does. To the
Models
functionality of
not
his
have
wings
wings,
is
I feel the same.
unknown. It's okay. He looks up at you and cocks his head, but not in a normal way. It seems that this elongated neck kind of twists. And he furls his wings and he says, "Ah, more guests. Do you come to bargain?"
Oh, bargain. This is no, it can't be a sphinx. Maybe, I don't know. I say I come only in search of the herbalist. I have no business with you at present.
Oh, me too. It seems that we have a mutual acquaintance as he kind of grits his teeth as he says those words. Says, care to let me in? I wish to speak to her.
I would not be so uncouth as to invite someone into another's home, but I will certainly let her know you wish to speak with her.
I feel like she's aware, but if you care to discuss on my behalf, so be it. I will be waiting outside for you.
I can certainly let her know on your behalf. What is it you desire to speak with her on, so I can let her know?
I I request her stock. Been in the woods taking all of the roots and the vegetables for her makes. I think it's fair she return them to nature.
A fair ask. I will certainly make her aware.
Absolutely. See if you can grab me one of them bottles of or potions, if you will. Any
Is there a particular potion you are interested in?
whatever one tastes the most like herbs. And
I will
he
keep that in mind. Thank you.
sounds good. So he does not seem to be innately prepared to attack you yet.
Okay.
But in almost you feel like the intimidation factor being used as he spends the rest of his turn kind of pacing back and forth. And while his body twists to walk in whichever direction he's heading, the elongated neck keeps his head almost perfectly still as he is watching you from your current direction or location, rather.
Uh,
Um,
I would like to head. Oh, is it me next? No, it's Sarah next.
it
Okay.
is Sarah next.
Oh, I
But now, yes, both of you see this creature as well now.
okay. I'm just gonna stay hidden. No. This little wall right here, is this enough to hide behind if I'm trying to hide behind it?
I would say it's about large enough for half border, yeah.
I want to hide behind this one right here.
Okay, sounds good. If you wouldn't mind moving your character your allotted feet of movement,
And then falling
Oh,
over and being
wait,
crushed
I
wait.
think you're
behind you.
good. 5, 10,
I
15,
can
20,
definitely.
25, 30. You can go here.
I'll take it.
Okay, sounds good. And there's still like a hilly thing, so you are kind of cutting your sight of this manticore.
That's okay.
So Dust, it is your turn.
Okay. I would like to head up to the third floor to try and speak with the herbalist. How much
But
movement does that take?
So
I
it
just
takes
did my
5. So this is it's very small in here. It's almost like wait, did Sarah have something to say?
yeah, I just did my movement, right? I didn't take an action.
Oh,
You
no.
are correct. Yes, you still have your action and bonus
Or was
action.
your action sneaking behind the or hiding?
Well, I would like to have my action instead be to get up that last little bit behind the wall, even if
Okay,
it's not hiding.
absolutely. So you can dash. You have another 30 feet of movement or 6 tiles, I believe, 6 squares.
Dash face first
Right
into the brick.
here.
All right, sounds good. Do you wish to use your bonus action?
Can I hide with a bonus action?
You cannot hide, but I think bards have bardic inspiration, and I think you get more along the way. But that's about all you have right now.
Look, I
In
don't
D and
know
D
what to
Beyond,
say.
you can click bonus action under the actions. Like you can see what all of them are.
Oh, 1 second. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna do that because Chase doesn't need it, and I don't think I've noticed Callie there. And even if I noticed Dust, I would not help him.
We should
I'd say
have
you
line
guys
of
do
sight
see
on
two
Callie.
figures saunter. Yeah, you guys do see two figures kind of also booking it since there seems to be a dilemma.
Okay, well, they don't need inspiration. Chase doesn't need inspiration, and I don't know Dust is there.
Sounds good. Okay, so now Dust, it is your turn. So each of these tiles, same as inside, are 5 feet of movement per. It's just a 15 by 15 room. It's very enclosed. You see this
Okay, where's
spinning.
Oh, the stairs are in the middle? Okay.
No, this is more of like the shaft that extends from the windmill for the grinding properties on the bottom floor. The ladder seems to be in this corner.
Okay. So I guess where did I come in from? I guess
This
technically I would go
yes,
here. Okay.
correct. Not supposed to be a window there. There's a window there now.
It's fine. We look at the model before we look at the floor plan.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
guess I travel up to the 3rd floor, and that takes 20 feet?
5, 10, 15, 20. It would take all of your movement to get to the top.
Oh, to move up the ladder too? Okay, that's
Yes.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a 10 feet difference.
Okay. So I'm up here.
Yeah. As you get up, in the corner right here, you see a woman with finer robes and cloth. Almost kind of like you would assume, kind of like a nun in nature, but not necessarily like full blown like Catholic nuns, nuns, nunks. You're a monk. She's a nun, nunks.
Oh no.
But she seems to be kind of sitting there, getting a moment of respite as she's kind of like breathing heavily. And
Ran
she
out of
seems to
furniture to
be,
throw.
yeah, exactly. She's looking for different things in the room that she might be able to toss down. Are you asking her if she ran out of furniture?
No, I
Okay,
no, that was just me making commentary.
I see.
Um, so I would like to introduce myself. Ooh, what do I say? Hello, I see you're entertaining a guest.
Entertaining's a word for it. Yes,
I've come
bastard
in.
won't leave.
Yes. I've come to see if I could make use of your knowledge, perhaps learn something about herbs, or perhaps purchase some of your wares.
Well, I appreciate the notion. I'm a bit busy right now. Do you mind if we maybe talk later?
Oh, if it's the guest bothering you, I'd be more than happy to help negotiate things.
If you
Uh,
wouldn't mind, yes, please.
sure. Uh, it appears that he was upset about an overtaking or over harvesting of the surrounding wildlife. He was wondering if there were any strong tasting herbs or herbal potions you might be willing to return to him and the land itself.
After you say all this, you notice about midway through, she kind of gave you like a inquisitive look, or like a almost disgusted look, and she says, "The only overtaking happening here is him.
What do you mean?
He lives on the mountain. He should go back to the mountain. This is territory. Nothing is here that he needs. Been doing business here forever. I've never seen the man. Thing."
I see. Then I suppose, are there any strong herbal potions I might be able to purchase from you to resolve this matter?
There, if you would like to, there's 50 gold each.
I see. Do you have any strong herbs you might be willing to sell? I can perhaps brew the potion myself. I do have a hand at alchemy.
So this is something I do need to address anyway. Uh, so since you'll be making your own potions and everything, I'm gonna kind of use almost like a expedited fermentation situation going on. It will take you about a day or two to create these potions.
Okay.
You can mix them and keep them in your bag, ready for when they are prepared, just so they can kind of like do whatever process they have to do. But it does take a little bit of time for each one to be processed.
Okay. I'd still like to request and see if she has any strong herbs she'd be interested in parting with.
Okay, kind of. If you wouldn't mind actually rolling persuasion for me,
Sure.
she is quite fond of her herbs.
A quick question. Wasn't
Wait,
the quest for this 25 gold?
Correct. Yes, you are not
And
wrong
this
with that.
bitch just said 50 gold, correct?
Yes, correct.
Jesus.
ooh, that's low. Uh, yeah, no, I think Zach just doesn't want me to resolve this peacefully, is what I'm guessing.
Oh no!
Well,
It's
to be
not
fair,
that.
your roll fucking sucks.
I mean, it does.
Oh, it's a -1. She kind of looks at you and she's like, "Well, that's quite a bit of stock. I don't want to part with any of it. Is there not another option? Could you not hurt him and scare him away, or get him out of here?"
My lady,
He
I
seems
am a
pretty
devout
pissed.
follower of Sylvanus. If I can find a resolution that is better for the land itself, then I must.
She just stares at you dumbfounded.
Apparently.
She takes your wisdom and not no. She looked at you and she says, "That monstrosity is a part of nature. Thing walks around terrorizing forests, killing deer and local flora and fauna. From what I experienced recently, goes around getting what he pleases and using force if not.
As is
Keep
predators. Everything is part of the cycle of life and death in nature itself.
Fucking Aang the goddamn Avatar.
You will recall, Zach, that Sylvanus is the god of wild nature.
correct. Yes. Uh, so manticores are considered monstrosities, which are kind of
Okay. Well,
um
So fuck up.
no. I'm that's just something to be aware of. And while
okay.
you share a great uh care for nature, others most likely won't share the fondness for you. And in this
Oh
case,
yeah, no, I'm with that.
it seems more like a predator prey situation where she's trying very hard not to be the prey and trying not to give in to said prey unless like last ditch effort, I'll say.
Hmm.
Look, I'll tell you what.
I
She
can,
reaches into a bag beside her, and she pulls out a healing potion, one of these potions that were for aforementioned. She said, and she tosses it to you, and she says, "Tell you what, get me out of this one way or another. This is yours to use."
okay. Let's see. I would like to open the window that's behind me because that should, or which one is facing the manticore? Or
So
can I
the
not reach?
windmill is
Do I not have
the
movement?
windmill.
There's only one window on the third floor.
Well, there's three, but the fan blades are kind of where that third
Well,
one
no,
or fourth
she
one
was
would be.
throwing furniture out at him from the window, so I'm assuming that.
The
Yes, from this side. Since he has moved
Oh
to
yeah.
this side following you, there's no longer a window accessible.
Okay. Um. Let's see. I guess. How do I have left? I still have my action and bonus action.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. I guess. Would I be able to drop down the ladder? Or no, I get no. Never mind. I guess even if I drop down as an action, I still won't be able to reach the window again. Um. Actually, yeah. Can I use my? Well, we have a dash action. What sort of action could I take to get back down the ladder?
Okay, so there are several actions you can take on your turn. There's the attack action, there's dash, disengage, and dodge. So dash is you get to move your movement speed once more. So you're saying I don't need to use my action, I'd rather move, which is kind of what people have been doing thus far. And I think that is the one most applicable to your current situation.
Okay.
There are certain situations where you're surrounded by enemies, and if you leave their space, they get an attack of opportunity. They get a singular attack against you because you are leaving. You're kind of putting yourself in a vulnerable position to get away from them.
Okay.
However, if you disengage, they cannot take that attack of opportunity, and that's kind of the use of the disengage action.
So
There, go ahead.
I'll use my movement to get back to the window I came in from because it's the same
Okay,
action up and down, right? Or is there less action going down the ladder for movement?
I'll say the same action going up and down.
Okay.
So it would take, I believe, full movement to get there.
And then, now that I'm back down here, I'd like to talk to the Manticore again and
Okay.
ask him if this potion is sufficient for his needs.
Did she already give you the potion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't she hand it to me? Yeah.
Yeah, she tossed it kind of like from one side of the room to you.
Okay, I didn't. I thought it was a prize to be won once the issue was resolved.
Okay. So I'm reading descriptions for Manticores to see what's gonna happen. Uh,
As he pushes some glasses up.
as he pushes my glasses up. I need to wear my anyway.
That might be beneficial, Zach. Do you need a moment to find your glasses?
No, it's all good. I'm 4 feet from my screen, so it should be fine.
Speaking of, let me go ahead and put mine on.
We all blind in this one.
No, mine are blue light glasses. They're to help me not go blind.
You. Never mind. I'm not gonna open up that can of worms right now. TLDR, blue light is kind of a, I don't want to say scam, but marketing tactic.
Yeah.
It has to do with alertness, not like eyesight.
I feel more alert.
Well, sky is blue. Body think blue light means stay awake.
I see. I'll say, for the sake of this, he looks up at you, and you see his eyes kind of focus in on this glass you're holding, and a
Can I
wide
uncork it
grin.
so he can smell it?
Huh? Yeah, if
Can
you'd
I?
like to.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see a reason not to because he was saying like strong herbal, so I'm assuming he can smell it better than just looking at it.
Probably, yeah. But focusing in on it, you do see his nose kind of uh expand and contract as he smells the air. And he says, that'll do for now. And
Okay.
with his front right paw, you see him take it off of the ground and kind of
Oh, I threw
open
it
it
down to
up.
him. Okay, as long as it didn't break, that's fine.
Wait, it's an action to throw it, but he will be waiting for your next turn, most likely.
Okay. Well, could I use my? Well, I guess we're not too far in the day still. I guess could I use my? No, I guess I'll wait for my next turn. There's no point in using my bonus action again to get down there, because
I
then I'll
was
just
gonna
be waiting for
say,
it to turn.
kind of retconning it because this is it's just new features and such. If you wanted to say you used a key point in your bonus action to step of the wind and get down there, and then use your action to toss it to him, I would say that's good. But that's if you want to use a key point and want to change the order at which you did things.
Oh wait, I have keys still. I thought I wasn't getting that till level 3.
Wait, is that only level? I thought you did.
I thought I gained access to key at level 3.
I play a monk and I should know this. If you do not have key, then never mind.
Like I could be wrong, but I'm not sure. But I thought I got it at 3.
Oh, you get it at 2. I'm sorry.
2. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. So you cannot throw it down to him yet.
Okay. Yeah,
I
I
would
don't
say.
want to use up my last movement of what's it called? Fucking rabbit hop. So I guess I'll
Okay.
wait till the next turn.
Sounds good. With your turn concluding, Chase, what would you like to do?
So we see him throw the potion down, right?
He has not yet thrown down the potion. You see the Manticore have a conversation with someone inside. Kind of hearing the voice and everything. You can kind of assume it's that rabbit.
Oh.
You saw him pace back and forth, kind of waiting for an answer, and you see that he is still staring up, kind of more enticed now. Something in there is grabbing his attention, and he's holding out a paw, waiting for a resolution, we'll say.
I whisper over to the person next to me. Well, it looks like he's waiting for someone to chuck some shit at him. It doesn't look like we can sneak up so far as where the woman earlier was throwing shit at him. So I say we stay
Probably not one
here.
turn now.
Yeah, I say we stay here where we're close enough to actually intervene, yet not to draw attention,
Okay.
and wait for some shit to happen.
Okay, sounds good. So you are just waiting to see something else occur.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Next up is Callie.
All right, so what do I see?
I would say none of what's been occurring other than you saw
Yeah.
the Manticore run to the other side of this windmill out of sight, and you have heard the thud has stopped, but you don't know if that's A, because a resolution has been made with this monstrosity you
Or
saw,
someone's getting eaten.
or B, someone ran out of furniture to throw.
Hmm, I guess I'm gonna try to sprint again. Try to get
Okay.
kind of at like an angle where I can see what, like, see a little better what's going on. So
Trying to think of what's within your capabilities here to get a line of sight, and I don't think you have one with 60 feet of movement.
Hmm.
So even if you
I'm-
were to like use your action to dash, I don't believe you'll get sight of the manticore.
but I can
What
get
if
like
she-
closer to getting sight.
I guess if she ran,
That's true
she could
too.
climb on. Could you climb? Could you climb? Yeah. If my tongue could work, could she climb on top of a rock? Maybe.
Theoretically, she can see us, right?
Perhaps. Yeah. So if you were, so you see them, she sees you. And even if she were to climb on a rock, it's just kind of like line of sight, just does not.
I like that it
Yeah.
actually gives us
You probably
gives
have
us
to
the
go all the way
feet.
to one of these trees to do that, and that's like out of the way.
The tree is an option though, actually.
Yeah, it
Actually,
is out of the way though.
I
It'd
like
take her
that.
longer to get to a
I
windmill.
like that it gives us the feet measurement when you do that. That's cool.
Mhm.
I think I
It
would
should
try to.
actually be like grid, I think, but it doesn't matter.
I think I will try to go to the trees where I can kind of, even if it's out of the way, I can still see.
Okay, do you want to be beside a tree? Because if you get to this position, wrong button. If you get to this position, you still have 10 feet of movement.
Okay.
Oh, to climb up the tree with.
If
Yeah.
one wanted to attempt.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to climb up a tree.
All right, sounds good. You get over here. Would you mind rolling me athletics or acrobatics?
Of course. This is my strong suit.
No, she fell.
Oh, it covered her.
We
I
just
want to put
Foliage.
I want to put it on the tree, but I don't think it
Oof.
has. Oh, there it
Oh,
goes.
okay, and I'll lock
Funny
it there.
story, I got a nat one.
Oof.
Okay, so you kind of like you're running at it. You're still full of adrenaline, just like wondering what the situation is. You kind of strap your bow to your back temporarily. You jump up and grab a limb. It breaks off the tree and falls to the ground. You
Oh,
jump up
boy.
again, try to grab the next one, and it seems like this tree is not strong enough to support your current climbing tactic. Goodbye, tree.
But you got a lot
I'm
of wood resource
balls.
now.
Yes, you could fully fortify tilted towers.
Did you just
Uh,
lock the tree upside down?
It's
Did you
upside
just
down.
make a
Daggone
Fortnite
it.
reference?
Yeah, he
I
did.
did make a Fortnite. Wrong button.
It's fine. That board goes
Oh.
through us somehow.
Okay, well I reset it just to make sure.
Yeah.
Tree's still upside down.
It's fine. She
There we
can't
go.
climb it
That's-
anyways.
I should have, retrospect, I should have locked these in place, but I didn't know if it was gonna template
It's
it perfectly
fine.
or not.
No, it's
Good.
fine.
Balls on me.
If you locked it in place, we'd have more trouble fixing the windmill location.
Okay, sounds good. Let's see. So do you have a bonus action you'd like to use?
No.
Okay. So next is Pugnat's turn. He sees you running towards a tree, and he's like, "Good idea, advantage." But he's gonna continue running forward. It's gonna
Okay.
be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's gonna action surge, or not action surge, dash. 10,
You
15, 20,
short
25.
motherfucker.
So yeah, so you see Callie's character kind of run off to the bush. This man runs towards the trees. This individual Pugnat, which at this Maladin, you know who this is.
I see a short figure and I can assume.
Yeah, so you see this short gnome wearing armor too big, kind of still huffing it forward, still kind of doing like that run. But yeah, he seems to still be beelining it towards the thing. So it's the Manticore's turn. And to help you out, Dust, he is going to begin flapping his wings. And he flies up 10 feet to this secondary story, almost right in front of you.
Okay.
So you see his open paw, and you also see this head in almost not necessarily like invasive. Well, yeah, it's an invasive manner. Kind of pushing into this room just to get a better look at things, but it's a little bit unsettling to you having this thing's maw right in your face. But he kind of extends this grin again. You could smell his breath. It smells of almost rancid meat and just lack of dental care, which makes sense as a manticore. But he does seem to be very intrigued with what you have.
Okay.
Sarah, it is your turn. You see the manticore take off and fly up to the second story of this windmill.
Um, I'm just gonna hide behind the wall. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's up there or why I care about them, and I'm not willing to pick a fight with a manticore to find out.
Okay, fair enough. Dust, it's your turn.
Okay. I would like to hand the potion to the manticore
Okay.
and note that. See, what should I say? I'm not sure how to phrase it, but note that like her concerns about repeat visits and advise that it might be better to save his next visitation for somewhere distant in the future.
Afraid not. I done a bit of relocation recently, and I like the area, and I like her stock.
I see. Might I ask why you needed to relocate?
You see this grin almost turn to a face of disgust. So he looks at you and he says, "That rancid dragon."
As it just looks in the distance at the giant dragon burning a civilization down. Because that's still happening in the distance, by the way.
He said that domain was mine. I lived. I talked to the orcs. I lived. He
I
pushed
see.
me out. I'm
That
a
is,
predator, but I know when there's more predators above me.
this is true. This is true. Let's see. Hmm. Uh, then perhaps I can see if I can come about some sort of agreement so that you guys don't harvest from the same locations. Avoid conflict, if possible.
Hmm. More bargaining.
You
I'm
did
not
come here to
sure.
bargain.
Well, let's say my bargaining tips or attempts, and he kind of looks down at the busted door at the bottom. May be more useful next time. I think I've made a good dent in my negotiation tactic.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
Might I ask where you currently reside so I can advise her to stay away from your domicile, shall I say?
Well, you're standing in it.
Oh, you've chosen to settle on the same hill as her house?
Well, let's say I like the area, yes. See, I
See?
need a large hunting ground, and sometimes I get a little bit excited for new flavors. If I go around, no herbs. See a woman walking away with herbs, I know where to get herbs.
Hmm. Let's see here. Um,
This man looking for an escape route.
no, like hmm. I'm just trying to think of the best proposition here. Um,
You haven't seen the board
can
yet, so.
I
If
like
you. Oh, go ahead.
like I have like the survival trait. Do I get any knowledge from that regarding not like just not necessarily like manticores, but like in terms of like hunter prey relations and like how likely he is to need like the entire area?
If you would like to roll a survival check, that would be where you would get some of this information from.
Yeah, because I feel like I need more information to say like no, you don't need the whole area or whatever.
Right. I would also say if you would like. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no.
I see it loading.
That will also be a persuasion check, I imagine.
I don't
The
think it
the
matters. I didn't roll great.
well the secondary option was going to be an insight check. But since you've rolled survival,
I mean, yeah, I
uh,
have a +5 to survival. I don't think I'd take insight even if I could.
well, that's true. I'll say with a 10, there is the understanding that this is a large predator, and with the features seen and like I said, resemblances of like wolves and lions and other things, they do get a bit territorial. It seems that, as he said, the dragon has pushed him out of his natural habitat and he has moved here. But with that understanding, you get the sense that he has claimed this as his domain and will do whatever he feels is necessary
Okay.
in his
Um,
realm.
so Zach, just so I like have this sort of knowledge, because like just because I don't
Mhm.
know much about D&D, so you say it takes about a day to make a potion.
Right, so you will sit down, I'll say for about an hour. This can be done during a short rest. Mixing all the herbs together and getting it in a reservoir if you have one. So you will need bottles as well.
And how
Uh,
long does it take to like harvest herbs?
Harvesting herbs, I would say it just depends on like a good survival or nature check, and the availability of said herbs.
Okay.
But that's also
Um.
kind of determined by the roll you make. Like
Yeah.
if an area
Well,
is more dense, it's probably easier to find herbs. But if
yeah.
it's kind of like in this scenario where there's like ice and dew that is not supposed to be there, kind of killing off plants during their peak, it'll be a higher DC, but which a DC is just like the number you have to beat to succeed.
Yeah. I'm assuming the herbalist wouldn't have set up here if there wasn't already like a good chance of herbs, like a good
That's a fair
quantity.
point.
So while it is cut by the frost, I'm assuming that it's still like a average quality at least of like
Mhm.
what you can locate, at least in
And
this
one,
direct area.
yeah, and one could
So
also come up with the what am I trying to say? One could come to the conclusion that this manticore wants herbs. She wants herbs, and the environment has changed into a lack of herb situation, kind of. So
Supply
that could
cannot meet up with demand.
exactly. So that could possibly be a factor to weigh in, especially since he has come here to, from what you can probably assume, take by force or by bargaining her herbs.
okay, so I'll say that I can certainly understand, especially after being pushed out of your home, that territory must be very important to you. So what if we were to say have the herbalist be somewhat subservient, perhaps making a monthly tribute to you, just to help assert that you are the leader of the area.
A tithe, if you would.
Hmm.
Yes.
Well, I do enjoy the idea of uh bountiful harvests for free. I would prefer a smaller time frame.
Hmm.
Am I
What
hearing
time frame
any
do
of
you
this
think would be
conversation?
appropriate?
Say you guys are close enough to hear.
Yeah, most if not all. Um, let's see. What time frame would you be thinking then? As you can see, the frost has lowered the amount of herbs in the area. If something too short would certainly be too little for her to be able to afford.
Well, I don't think that's necessarily my issue.
Hmm. This is true. This is true.
I would say, hmm. He kind of takes his gaze off you and kind of turns his head towards the sun, which is uh it's been midday to almost like kind of
Oh,
getting closer to night.
do have a note though.
Okay.
Just in result to like it not being his issue thing.
Mhm.
Uh, that. Oh, I guess I'll say this to him, but
Okay.
I suspect you are likely not the only creature that has been displaced by this dragon. If you get into a fight now, it could leave you much weakened even if you survive. And that could leave you vulnerable to other predators trying to claim the area. It might be better to avoid conflict at all if possible.
If you would like to make a persuasion check.
Sure. Me regretting making charisma dump stat.
Uh,
Hey, not bad.
That's pretty good.
I'll just say there's one of two ways this can go, and you guys chose a diplomatic route. So Good on
You
you.
guys, as if it wasn't me trying to
That
jump
is
ahead
true,
of everyone
yes.
else. No one else has even arrived yet, pretty
Well,
much.
no, we've arrived. I'm just waiting at this point to see what goes down.
Sounds good. So with a 15, he thinks of it. Well, I can handle myself quite nicely. See.
And I think before that,
He looks up at the sun and says,
yeah.
"Oh, go ahead."
No, I was getting you back on track to what you were saying before I interrupted.
Oh,
Yeah, you
I
got the
see.
sun. Yeah.
He looks up at the sun and he says, "How many times will I have to look at that before this shipment comes through?"
Let's see. If we do monthly, that would be 30 cycles.
30.
Let's go with a fortnight. Let's be kind right now.
Is wait, does like the world of Faerun follow the same like calendar duration, Zach?
Probably not, but I'm okay with saying it just for the sake. I didn't do enough research, but it shouldn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
Got it. He's
Uh,
declining no matter what.
well, no. 30. I would prefer at least half of that.
See. 2 weeks could work. Would you be willing to meet in the center at 3, about 20 cycles?
What is the center? What is 3?
Mm. Wait, so he can understand 30 cycles but not 20?
He knows English language, just not numbers.
That's
I did say 20 about 20 cycles.
I see. That's true. Plus
Oh,
time is relative.
now I
That's what he's
yeah,
saying.
here. I will want to note to him. And what would you say a month, perhaps, if if her tribute was a potion instead of an herb? Clearly, that would be preferable, as you said. You noted a potion before an herb, and you seem quite pleased by this one. And you would have to take the time and energy to brew one yourself, which is quite the difficult and tedious task.
And considering you don't have opposable thumbs.
I'm not going to disparage his body, Chase. A task that is certainly beneath one such as you.
uh, I'll say make a one final persuasion with advantage, and then I'll stop making you use your dump stat.
The fucking
Oh,
rabbit
it's
that
gonna be
rushed in.
bad.
Oh dear.
Okay, let's see. Oh no, I rolled the
Uh,
same thing twice.
you did. Oh no.
Bullshit.
If there is an equivalence of herbs that need to be made to make these wonderful vials, she can reduce it from what she owes me. 20 cycles is acceptable, but say, hmm,
Oh wait, is he trying to debate quantity now? I thought we were gonna go with the same tribute he got today of one potion.
well, while he enjoyed it, you don't know how much or what he necessarily expects currently.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, if he sounds amenable to the tribute every 20 cycles, then I will say, then I think we may have come to an accord. A tribute such same as today, every 20 cycles from henceforth.
oh no. Let's see. There are these squares she stores them in. One square every 20 cycles. I'll tell you what, if you meet me here, we have an agreement.
Since I have alchemy knowledge,
Mhm.
do I know how much a square is? Like quantity wise?
Your humanly knowledge knows he's most likely talking about a crate.
Oh, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Um, see. That is quite an amount of herbs. Uh, how, I'm not sure how to inquire about like how much he usually actually eats.
That's a good point.
Because that sounds like a lot. Because if I'm assuming he's a predator, so herbs are
Mhm.
more of like a side thing for him. So he
Mhm.
can't have like that much in his diet realistically.
Yeah, and with the beast life features, you probably assume this is a delicacy for him, or
Yes.
could.
Yeah, so like I'm not trying to like run an insight or anything. I'm trying to ask him. I'm just not sure how to phrase it.
I see. Yeah.
Uh
Also, this is a very long turn. Is anyone else doing anything? I apologize.
yeah, no, yeah, this has been taking a while. Like I understand if like at least like, Carbo wants to move closer. This has been taking a while.
Just in case any of you wanted to.
Or
The
maybe if like
Mm.
Chaser them want to come see what's happening. I don't
The
know.
reason why I wanted to know if I was hearing what they were talking about was I heard the mention of a dragon earlier, and it seems, according to our mission board, we have a common enemy in mind.
You do
Oh,
have a common enemy, yes.
all right, got it. Chase is gonna intercede. Let's go.
All right, so I guess I move forward and ask him. It's like, what would happen if we could reclaim your original territory?
Okay, so since talking is free action to us, you can continue his conversation with it, or your conversation with him. Chase, if you would like to move your allocated
Well,
movement
I
and
think it's, with how long I was taking there, I think it's fair to assume that he's already been moving up.
okay, yeah, sounds good too.
We were taking a while there.
Yeah, and also Chase and shoot, Sarah and Kelly, is there anything else you guys would like to be doing?
I'd
Sir,
definitely like to move closer. I'd probably be drawing my bow at this point.
Okay, sounds good. So let's see. Just do you want to do movement so you keep your action to like prepare it, or are you wanting to move a full 60 feet?
How much will 30 give?
Okay, so it depends on where you're trying to go. If you're gonna stick with a tree line, there's a tree. This should be east,
And that
but
should
it's
be, you
west
should,
on the map. But there's also you see like an entrance into this little hill area here. If you wanted to get uh, into like the stead of the windmill.
I'm thinking, could I hit him from the tree line?
It's a
With,
good
I
question.
think,
Does it say the range on your attack actions in D&D Beyond?
It should.
yeah, because my range is 150 with the longbow.
He is approximately 70 feet away from this tree.
Okay, yeah, so I'll kind of stay towards that closer tree,
Okay.
and I guess yeah, draw my bow.
Okay, sounds good.
she's gonna kill me.
Perhaps.
Listen, I don't know what's going on.
That
Well,
is
I mean,
true.
technically, he's
Giant
like hanging halfway up the building right now, so he's not next to you, Chase. He's closer to me.
This is why we don't split the party. You'll be on the same page. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so Chase, you move up. What are you how are you phrasing this with him?
I hear you have a dragon problem. So do we. What happens if we can reclaim your original territory?
Almost with a shocked face, he looks away from you, Dust, towards this new figure showing up.
Hello, I've been overhearing this. You guys are very audible. Sorry.
Oh no, more guests. I'd say if the dragon were to remove and I could turn to my territory, it would be okay. But say you new guests, do you have anything to offer me?
I have a day's ration that I might be willing to part with.
Hmm.
2 days rations?
How many rations do you have?
Can he smell them?
Oh, the ration.
He can smell rations. I don't think he has the capabilities to like sniff the air and be like, there are 37 berries in this bush.
I have.
So he knows you have rations, but to the exact quantity he does not know.
He's asking me how many I have.
Correct.
What would the role be if I were to lie to him? Persuasion?
It would be deception.
Deception. Ooh, that's not a great one either. Um, I have 10.
Is that the truth or a lie?
That's the truth.
That is
Zach
the
not
truth.
wanting to go check your inventory.
I have as many as the rabbit sold.
Whoop, shit. That fell off the table. So he rolled a 10, which is not the best. He looks at you and he says, "Hmm, care to part with 8 of them?"
8?
I will note to Chase that you can survive on half a day's ration every day. So you technically have 4 days worth for you.
Plus, with your specific background and choices made about how you live your life, you could definitely get away with half a day.
Fuck it. Alright, here you go.
Okay. Just flopping them on the floor?
On the condition that at worst comes to worst, that we at least extend it to 3/4 of what the original arrangement was. If we cannot kill the dragon, because you shall be dead and you won't have anyone else to interrupt you, should we say. Assuming the rabbit comes and joins us. Hello, rabbit, how are you doing?
Oh, more friends. Okay, so what was the new bargain you're giving him, or the amendment to the current trade agreement?
So he
Uh,
wanted 2 weeks, right?
He wanted
Yes.
8 rations, and I think you said 3/4.
So the 8 rations is the current gift. I think Chase wanted to change the overall agreement for the packaging.
Yes. So from 2 weeks to potentially 3, if not 2.5.
Wait. Oh, you mean the how often he gets his tribute from the?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were talking about how many rations you were giving him. I'm like, you offering
No.
6 instead, or?
No, no.
Okay.
I see. Okay, so you say 3/4, and he immediately is like, "Numbers, please. How many times do I have to stare at the sun?"
Uh, can I interject and say that, uh, well, actually, how much are you saying, Chase? 3/4?
3
So I
weeks.
think
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Okay. That's already the current thing we're betting on of 20 cycles.
Let's put a shit to a
Oh,
month,
then
though,
we
if
are at an
he's...
agreement.
Yeah, I guess. Sure.
Absolutely sounds fair. Is it just you two, perchance? Or do more people have gifts for me?
I traveled here on my own. I did not even know. Well,
Well,
this man
there's...
chased after me, but I didn't know he was coming here.
Well, there's someone behind that brick wall, and that's all I know of, besides someone apparently coming up close about a mile out, in which case, I think they're afraid of your majesty.
You saw 2 dots.
Yeah, I think they're afraid of your majesty. I have no idea who they are currently. They were too far away.
Did they include gifts?
I have no idea. I don't think so, considering they're afraid of you, in which case you are very intimidating. Congratulations.
It's my best
Feature.
negotiation tactic, let's say.
It's a good one.
But perhaps I shall have a talk with those two as well. So I will see you again, Rabbit, in 20 suns. I will see you, sir. Perhaps never, depends.
I have a date with the dragon. Good luck.
I shall endeavor to return to this abode in time for tribute.
Good. Okay. Anyone else doing anything currently?
I'm going to kill Chase.
You're going to sneak back behind that rock.
I'm going to actually kill you if he approaches me. I hope you know that.
I mean, I guess you did overhear the conversation, Zero, so you could start booking it.
Yeah.
I'm
Hope
going
he
to
doesn't-
kill you in
Theoretically,
sleep.
kill him in his sleep.
I'm gonna wake him up first so he sees it coming though.
That's the worst battle tactic I've ever heard, but sure.
Yeah, just let me
If you have the
lose
gall.
advantage.
I have a lot of gall right now.
Just
Fair
fucking
enough.
sneak behind the rock.
Okay, so that's Sarah. Callie, do you have anything?
I'm just gonna say I definitely. Can I hear what they're saying?
Probably not from this distance.
Yeah, but I can see but I can probably see that people are talking to them at
Yeah,
least.
I guess you can
Yeah.
hear that we're talking, but not what we're saying.
Yeah.
I
Like
mean,
I'm ready to fire at him, but I'm not moving any closer to that.
I'm gonna say
Also,
Callie's
Okay, yeah,
position
sounds
also
good.
isn't known at this point.
Yeah.
So you just for clarification, you gave away Sarah's location and Pugn hats?
No, he gave away that there were 2 people heading here from
Yeah,
afar.
yeah,
Last
Okay.
time Chase saw them, they were all the way back here.
Yeah, I have
I-
no idea where they're currently at.
I see. Okay, sounds good.
But
Like,
I
Sarah might know where they are, but
Which Sarah
Chase.
has enough time to sneak behind our rock at this point, so...
oh no, I have enough time to stab you in the back.
wait, whose turn is it now? Yes, and Callie, Pugnat, and then it'll loop back around to Sarah after the Manticore.
Yeah, Maladin, from a distance, you see Pugnat still huffing it to your location now. Especially since you kind of dip behind this from his line of sight, he's heading towards you. It's back to the creature's turn. So after accepting this potion and kind of like horking it down, he descends back to the floor. He will walk up to you, Chase. To your rations.
Here are my 8 rations. Are you gonna hork these down as well and take up your action?
Hey,
Oh, creature's gotta eat.
I just realized I never finished like negotiating the amount of herbs.
That is correct, yes.
I'd rather not like, waste more time though. Can I like roll a check just to determine how it goes? Because we're already getting close to like time, so I don't want to waste time.
If you would like to, he seemed pretty stagnant on his answer of a singular crate.
Um,
It is up to you though.
uh, I guess I might as well. I'll say that surely you realize that such a quantity of this quality is unreasonable. Could you not settle on a lower amount? And what am I rolling for here?
I would say persuasion again, because you're still trying to bargain with him. That's the.
Fucker.
I'm not targeting your lowest ability. That's
I know.
okay.
It makes
Okay.
sense.
Okay.
I'm just
It's
regretting making this my dump stat. I
the
was not planning to like discuss like politics.
I
yeah,
understand.
the 2 people with the currently lowest stat are trying to persuade the fucker. In which case I skipped it because I knew how that was gonna wind up.
That
You
is
don't need to bother
fair.
telling me. I know with a 5 that he's not changing his mind.
Yeah. So like while horking down about half of these rations, and he is eating all of them currently. He like thrashes them open with a claw and is just like it doesn't matter what the contents were, they're going inside his mouth.
Is this
Uh
going to take up an action, in which case Sarah has time to get behind a rock?
if she would like to, yeah.
I am behind a rock.
You're behind a small brick
Tiny
wall.
rock.
He
They're
says
small
but
betray
in
me.
response to you, Dust, he does let you know that quality is not necessarily the worry as long as they are the herbs he desires. And he does think that that is a very applicable
Can I
bargain
ask him real
price.
quick what are the herbs he desires? Like, can we get
Yeah,
the
that's a
name?
Yeah.
Well, there are rarity herbs in this area. There's fire roots. Recently, due to events, there are ice blooms, along with do not know the name of these. I've only read certain crates or boxes, as he would call them, with those two. But there seems to be a nice orange red leaf collected that from the boxes I've stolen from outside seem to be very, very decent.
I shall keep those in mind. Thank you for the information.
No problem. Pleasure doing business as he finishes the rest of these. Maladin, with him in your face, he is going to say, so tell me, where are these 2 other gift-giving individuals?
I have no idea where the 2 that were coming up are currently, because I'm talking to you. But the one I last saw was directly next to me behind the brick wall behind me. Good luck.
Sounds good. So he did use his entire action to eat these and bargain a little bit more. Sarah, do you have anything you would like to do?
Oh
I
wait,
have a lot of things I would like to do.
after he inquires with me, could I use my movement to get back up there so I'm with her again? Just
Uh, that will be
because
after
I
that will
oh,
be after Sarah's actions,
I'm
if she has any.
I am booking it.
You're booking it? Okay, great.
I'm booking it.
I will let you choose the direction, dash, whatever you have to do.
I
Just
want to do
move the
straight back towards the dragon. I'm
awesome.
going that way. This way it was not the way. Back to the village is not the
Booking it,
way.
okay, so I'll let you choose whatever direction. You have 12 squares to move.
I think the town is in this direction, right?
Yes.
Okay.
How do you do an arrow?
Tab.
Alt, tab, yeah, tab. Sorry, not alt.
So
Okay.
if you hold Alt and F4 together,
Uh-huh.
no, I'm
So,
kidding.
which way? Dragon was like this way. This way?
At this point, he would be. Yeah, he would be. I'm pressing Alt. I'm stupid.
Wait,
This
so that's like the
direction.
dwarven area.
He seemed. Yeah, that battle seems to be occurring between you and the dwarves.
And it's oh, this is the worst. You know what?
Hey,
I
you're
might
the one
just
who didn't
track
want to
it
go
down.
with the gnome.
I hope you understand. I am never teaming up with you or Chase again. I hope you both understand this.
I didn't want to team up with you. You chased after
We're
us.
not teamed up, period.
Do you know how parties work in D&D?
Do you know
I
what we're
know how-
currently offering? We're just offering up fucking rations.
2, 3,
I know how a strange
Five.
half elf chasing after me makes me feel about
9,
parties.
10, 11, 12.
Why not go behind the big ass gray rock?
Why not go directly there instead of slightly towards the fucking
Why
manticore?
don't you mind your own business?
Okay.
Sounds good. So Chase, or I'm sorry, Dust. You now have your actions.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to like move back up there because like instead of like just talking, I wanted to move over up to her again just so I didn't waste time.
Sounds good. Yeah. Okay. If you're not talking or doing any actions in Chase, you get movement
Okay,
or any actions.
I'd like to, I guess, climb. Can I climb up into the fucking window that the rabbit broke open?
Wait, Zach, didn't you say that he broke in the door earlier? So shouldn't the door be an option?
He was busting through the door. Looking at the condition of the door, this is kind of what he was hinting at with his negotiation skills. The door is still up, but it is severely weakened. Like if you
Can,
were to continue bashing on this thing, it would have broken, and he would have eventually.
can I go over, break it in, and then say, "Hey, a manticore broke your door. I'm sorry to hear."
If you would like to walk up and attack the door, sure.
No,
If you have enough movement.
I'd prefer to go over to the window and just slightly push it open at this point because it seems like it's barely
I
on its
will
fucking
note
hinges.
I will note that the window I am in Chase is on the second floor.
No, the
is.
one you broke open, which is on.
On the second floor.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
hopped up into the air so that I didn't break in a window on the level of the manticore.
So if you wanted to walk that way and then attempt to climb, let's see, hold on. You have 30 movement, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, and it's 30 up, so you can get into the window. But I will ask for an acrobatic or athletics check if you're attempting to climb up into the second story.
Sure. Let me
Sounds
just.
good. So as you walk past the Manicore, you do feel his eyes gazing on you, but not necessarily full focus since he is eating. As you walk by his neck, you see these very sharp spindles that kind of extend from various parts of this elongated neck. As you pass by, they do kind of have like a little rattle they do. And as you walk past him, he brushes you with this scorpion-like tail, but doesn't seem to like harm you with it, but just as like a indication that he does have this big ass spiny tail.
That's quite a large tail you have there, good sir.
And then yes, if you could roll acrobatics or athletics.
Acrobatics or athletics? We'll go with athletics with the +3. Well, good sir, Manticore. I hope you enjoy your dinner and a show because I'm about to follow my ass with an 8.
Yeah, I'll say just to keep things rolling that you're like having an issue finding your footing. But yep, that's it. Callie.
Yeah, still here, still doing my thing. I don't want to, like, I don't know. I don't want to confront this thing. If
Well,
it's
I guess you could
Fair
see that
choice.
she's there now. I think Chase is in her line of sight.
mm,
I should be.
Sure, yeah.
I'm gonna try to observe the situation. Really.
Okay. Absolutely. So he seems unbothered by the presence of these other individuals around him, shockingly enough. But then it is Hugnat's turn. He's going to continue.
Pugnat would have been able to hear us at that point, right?
He got there after you mentioned the location of two individuals.
Okay.
Yeah, but he did hear your voice, and he's like, "Oh, it's my boyfriend." And he just has to come to you, Chase.
God damn it.
Friend.
Exactly.
What is it the porcupine keeps saying in open season?
I think it's yeah, buddy.
And then he runs 5-10 feet, sees this manicore that kind of grins and looks at him intently, and then he proceeds to run 5, 10, 15 away. Okay, then it's the manticore's turn. So Sarah, would you like the good news or the bad news?
Just give me them both.
Okay, so the good news is he's no longer focusing on you.
Okay.
The
You're
bad news is he is directly approaching Pugnat.
That is not bad news to me.
Okay, fair enough.
I guess it's true that Pugnat is where Sarah was supposed to be, so he might assume that that's who they were talking about.
Correct. Maladin, as you're trying to climb through the window, you do hear what seems to be a phrase of his, which is "Greetings, friend," as he fades off into the distance.
Jesus Christ, don't piss him off. You're very tiny and you would make a great meal if not for that armor. Please don't eat him.
Okay, Sarah, it's your turn.
I'm booking it. I'm done
Alright.
with these rules.
Not even
5,
gonna
10,
stealth away
15,
without
20,
looking
25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right, so you're on the edge of the map. You're heading straight back to town.
Just still in line of sight though.
Oh, I'm going straight back to town. I'm done with all of this. Unless there's a way for me to like go around the dragon, I will do that. But if there's not a way for that, I'm going
Uh,
back.
There is it's still happening. It would take quite a bit of travel, and it would most likely go until night. If you really wanted to do that.
No.
But it is okay, sounds good. So after you, it's Dust and Chase. Whichever one. Yeah, Dust is first technically.
Okay, so I'm up on the 3rd floor again. I would
Mhm.
like to just let her know. Wait, am I close enough for the Manticore to hear me?
I would say you heard him stomping off, and if you talk in a normal voice, no.
Okay, yeah.
Unless you have
I'll
like super sense of hearing, but most likely not.
Okay.
Lion
Um,
features, not bunny features.
yeah. Let's see then. Uh, I spoke with the Manticore. He was willing to accept the potion as tribute. He did say
Okay.
he would like to try and return in 20 days. So I would recommend either having a plan to deal with him before then, or quite possibly moving away if you aren't willing to give him a crate's worth of herbs.
A crate full of herbs?
Yes, he was quite set on the amount.
Oh, gods, not Jesus, because this isn't our world. That's news to me. Sure, I guess I'll do with that what I will. Well, you've received your payment and dealt with the issue. I guess we can talk through things if you'd like to.
Sure. Would you like any help retrieving your furniture? I'd love to talk shop with you.
I could not care less about the furniture. I will clean up the splinters later. I am not going outside for a good bit unless anything changes on my end.
Okay. Uh, I guess I'll try to inquire with her about the fire root, ice bloom, and what the orange red leaf is supposed to be.
Okay, so we have 10 minutes left, so I'll have to
Yeah,
get back with you.
I'm fine doing that after.
As long as me designing 3 unique plants. But
That seems pretty detrimental to kind of just Dust at this point.
oh, it's all good. But after Dust will say you have that conversation, I'll get back to you
Yeah,
on
no,
that.
I'm fine leaving like all of my talking with her till like post game or whatever.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, we'll message throughout the week. Chase.
Okay, since I can't fucking climb for shit, can I just knock on the window real quick? Because I don't really want to leave this area either, just in case of Pugnat pissing that thing off.
If you
So,
would like to.
Can I just
Uh,
knock on it and say, I was requested to come here by the town?
the this lady in robes looks at you, Dust. She says, "Who the fuck is that?"
Um, he arrived to town with me on a caravan. I haven't met him quite as such, but he did just offer to go kill the dragon for the Manticore, so he's probably stupid enough to, well, do pretty much anything you ask.
Enough. She begins to, with a heavy sigh, just stand up and approach the ladder.
I did not offer to kill the dragon. I said that it looks like the direction the town wants us to go in.
No, you told the Manticore.
Potential common enemies.
What if we were able to deal with the dragon?
That is a hypothetical.
You did offer, though.
If he took that as an offer, that is his problem.
Absolutely, but it's going to take her a moment to get there.
Okay, that's fine.
Callie?
Yes, so the Manticore's still there, right?
Yeah, and from your vantage point, you do see Pugnat, your wonderful sidekick, being approached by this large creature and seems to be having a conversation.
Conversation. I'm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start inching just a little closer.
Okay.
He doesn't seem to be in any harm.
Not currently. He seems very, very scared and nervous, but
Yeah.
Quite distraught.
You
Okay.
see
he
a
should be
puddle below
fine.
him getting wet.
he's wearing armor. You don't know what's on the cloth underneath. If there's even cloth. Anyway.
Oh no.
So inching closer to the Manticore, the windmill. Where exactly?
Um, just like very very close to the tree, but like I don't know. We'll say like just like 5 feet from it, so like not far. Just,
Oh, okay. So just
yeah,
quite literally almost like an inch forward.
yeah.
Or in this case, 5 feet. Okay, sounds good. Are you still holding an action just in case this goes south?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. So it's Pugnat's turn. You see him talking to this creature. It's not really going well for him, I'll say. He just seems very distraught by this. You see him open his pack, in which he takes out 10 rations and
10?
sets them 10 rations and sets them on the ground in front of the Manicore. And as this Manicore seems to begin eating this, you do see that Pugnat is starting to unclasp his armor.
What?
Why?
Idiot. Liliot.
Okay, but that's it
I'm gonna
for his
face.
turn. The Manicore is eating. Sarah books it. Off
Yeah,
the
I'm still
map. Sounds good. Dust chase. Dust, if you have nothing to do, the lady eventually gets to the bottom of the windmill. Opens the window that you're standing in front of, and kind of like with one arm up against it, kind of gives you like a glare, as in like, what the hell do you want in this time or at this time?
Sign this fucking piece of paper. The dragon's in the area. Don't piss it off.
Is that all it says?
It's not in front of me right now, so hold on.
Oh, I forget if I saved those or not. Hold on.
I know you put them on a thingy. I posted the exact wordings in the D&D chat, but it's up here. So for the Umbridge Hill quest, it says the local midwife and acolyte of Shanti named Adabra Gwyn lives by herself in a stone windmill on the side of the hill a few miles south. With dragon sightings becoming more common, it's not safe for her to be alone. Urge Adabra to return to Phandalin. Once she's safe, visit the Townmaster.
I'm not gonna tell her that. I'm gonna hand her the piece of paper, and hopefully she understands. Don't say that shit out loud.
Stealing the quest log was the right idea.
She looks at it and she says, "Oh gods, Harbin, I'll grab a fucking bag.
All
And she takes the paper out of your hands and then closes the doors or
right.
the windows. And you hear some stuff being gathered inside.
Okay, cool. Can I walk over to Pugnet and ask him why the fuck he's removing his armor?
Absolutely. So you walk over. You kind of have to. You make yourself aware so the manticore doesn't like kill you.
Yeah. Hello, coming over behind you. Okay, hello.
Already. It will take your action to move the full distance, but you can.
Yeah.
Okay, let me put that wall back.
Hey,
So you're standing beside uh, Pugnat, who is still like unclasping things. You see,
why
he's taken off like the armor stuff that is like covering gloves, and his arms are shown.
why are you removing your armor?
The Manticore wants it. Um, so
Okay.
I'm. He said I can leave if I give him the armor.
Manticore, what would you do with this armor?
Wait, did did Pugnet not get the same like starting rations we did, Zach?
No. Oh wait.
He gave 10 rations,
Oh, he's
and
just
his
very bad. I got you.
perhaps yes. And very intimidated. But you ask the Manticore what he wants with the armor. And kind of mid meal, he gives you a side glare and he says, "It's shiny."
Okay. You know what? Fair enough. May I take this poor fool and how are you going to carry all the armor?
If an individual to their devices, he can go.
Okay, I'm going to drag Pugnat towards the windmill.
Okay, he's gonna be there a minute because heavy armor takes like an hour to doff.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Uh, I'll say if you help him, we can expedite that process just so he can
I'm
get going with you.
going to help him.
Okay, sounds good. Callie, you see this other individual from the caravan come over and start helping Pugnat take off his armor. You're still standing in the brush. No one's really
Yeah, I
mindful of your location. Sarah has already messaged me her
out, but
notes.
I'm very disappointed in Pugnat.
Okay.
I'm not. That heavy armor is probably hindering his ass. It's about time we got rid of it.
The principle of it.
Yeah. What did you roll, by the way, for him, by the way, Zach?
I did not roll. I
Okay.
don't think Pugnat would be the kind to negotiate at all,
Fair enough.
especially in a circumstance such as this. I just had to make an amendment. Okay, sounds good. So, Callie, how are you heading out? Are you kind of going the same direction you got here from and like retracing your steps? Or are you like going to make yourself known and kind of walk up towards everybody else towards the town directly?
The thing is, I was kind of gonna wait it out for the Manticore to leave.
That's possible.
I'd like to do that.
Okay, sounds good. If you would like to kind of like hide within the tree line and wait.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. If you would like to, would you like to stealth?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, just in case. It's not
Yeah.
it's not the most difficult DC in this manner.
See about that. I'm not very lucky.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, but yeah.
Okay, cool. It's 19.
She's
Okay,
good.
yeah. You kind of with the branches. Well, that was the other tree.
Become the
But
one with the tree.
kind of having the time to like pull some foliage together and everything else, you kind of make yourself like a good heap of tree limbs to hide in, and you feel pretty confident that like, unless you're looking for an individual, you'll probably pass over it. Okay, sounds good. So I'll go ahead and take initiative away. Uh, Thus, your character, if you're like with Adabra, she has a bag ready, but she's peeking her like eyes through that little door, watching the Manicore and the business going on outside.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna hang out with her for the rest of the thing. I really just want to pick her brain.
But
Okay,
just
sounds good.
wait.
Yeah, so I'll say this is about the time you have that conversation. Eventually, Pugnat's armor gets off. The Manticore kind of puts it in one paw and then begins to fly.
Okay.
And he picks it up and he says, "Hope to see you around, friends." And begins to travel in this direction. He has 50 feet of movement. I'll say, like, with everything considered, he flies off because he has enough time in the world to do so. And that's where we can conclude with you guys, rather A, returning, B, regrouping, if that's even an option for some of you.
It is not.
I
say-
don't think Sarah can regroup. She's a
Yeah,
bit too far off. I know.
I say we meet up back at town.
All right, sounds good.
I
I mean,
don't
she
know. I feel like we'll probably end up doing stuff along the way because didn't Sarah take a circuitous route that's going to take all the way until night? Then again, I guess she'll just arrive to town after us. But...
she's
I went straight to town.
yeah, she's going
Oh,
straight to
did you?
fucking town.
Oh, I must be misremembering what she chose. My bad.
I mean, I need to have a few words with Pudnak before we leave this little area.
I need to
Really?
garner my mission's reward and get Pugnats a few rations.
Okay, sounds good.
I thought that you went ahead and were already running, Sarah. How'd you see Pugnat take off his armor, huh?
I think that was Callie.
Yeah, that was
I
Callie.
speak.
Oh, it was? My bad.
Yeah,
Sorry. I'll admit the whole like
never been
Pugnat
around a
taking off his
woman
armor
before,
thing.
Oh no, not this again. When did Abby join?
I will actually lose my mind if someone says that to me.
I know, I'm sorry. With everything concluding, eventually, with Amanda Core out of sight, Adabra and Dust come out of the windmill, and kind of merge with you, Maladin and Pugnat, and you guys begin venturing back towards town, along with Sarah.
I guess I chase after them.
Well, you're way ahead of them.
Wait, what?
No,
Yeah.
Callie. That's Callie. That's
Oh,
talking.
that's Callie speaking?
What is
wrong?
wrong?
I'm sorry. That time I did feel like it was never mind. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You catch up with them after the Manticore leaves. Which luckily for you, is about the same time Adabra and Dust step out of the windmill. So you guys all kind of regroup there, except for Sarah.
Okay.
Oh, so I probably do have my weapon drawn at these other people.
What?
And
Now that the immediate danger is gone, what pace will Adabra be heading towards town at?
Adabra will be taking a normal pace. But with everything considered, I'm sure you guys would make it before nighttime.
Yeah, we still have like 8 hours left. Not 8. We'll probably have like 5 or 6 hours of time left. So yeah.
I would say so, yes. But yeah, that's where we'll go ahead and conclude. I know the 11 o'clock thing is very strict, so
yeah,
that's a good cutoff point too. We will meet back with you guys already in town. As some of you still have to purchase rooms in the inn if you want to do that. Others can look around.
if we're
But then
meeting
we'll have
back
like a.
in town, can I just note that I'll try to gather more herbs or whatever along the way there? Now that I have like someone to actually advise me to the area.
I would say so. I'll give you that information, and then you can decide if there's and then we'll go through the specificity of that.
Yeah, just with how much time we have left and at the pace we're going, I think that's something I can reasonably do.
I'd say so, yeah. Especially if you're like on a booking pace and they're not. So like you'll go into the forest a little bit, gather some things, jog back up to them, see some more. Sounds good.
I'll stop interrupting though.
No, you're all good. That is conclusion. So, do we have any questions about the D&D sessions so far?
Can we,
I.e. the 2.
can we have a master list of NPC names so that I know how to spell them in my notes, just as we meet them?
Sure. Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries.
How much does a ration cost?
A ration, I believe, is a singular silver.
Perfect.
But if I recall, the guy said there was like they were not wanting for a ration, so you could probably like negotiate him down.
Perfect.
Perhaps.
Post.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is 5 silver per day.
How much is that in relation to a gold?
So a gold is 10 silver.
Okay, so
Wait, Then Zach, why didn't you just say it's 1 electrum per ration?
Because Electrum is a system used in one singular shitty module, and it's hated by the entire Dungeons and Dragons community. Because why the hell would you have a $50 scenario in metal?
So what
Anyway,
I'm
no, I'm
hearing
kidding.
is I should convert this 20 electrum that's in my inventory to 10 gold.
Yes.
Correct. Son of a bitch.
For the
Did
record,
you only just notice that?
No, I didn't pay attention to gold and stuff because that's like up to you guys. As long as you got like, I might notice if you guys spend like 500 gold in one day, and
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh,
No, like
where did that come from? But
it's still the default amount I got. I just converted it from gold to electrum because I figured it'd be easier to use instead of like having gold every time I bought something.
I see, it's all good. Yeah, if you wanted to convert it to silver, you could, but it's entirely up to you. Like I said, most people
Avoid
will give you
electrum.
back.
Got it.
Yeah, most people will give you back change if you pay in gold and stuff like that.
for the
Awesome,
record,
sounds good.
to like post game analysis my decision to just say, oh yeah, there are other people around. I was planning on just giving everybody their fucking rations back afterwards because of the gold that I was gonna get.
Oh, well, it's too late because I didn't hear that part. And if you come near my character, yours is getting decked. This is your forewarning. Out of game, it's going to happen.
That's
Okay.
gonna be hilarious when you go back to the inn and have to play a show, and all these adventurers are purchasing stuff or rooms. But
This is Callie, by the way.
Okay.
What's going to happen?
You have a lower voice than Sarah. I don't know why, but I felt
I
like
think
it
she's
was
farther
Very
away.
distinct. So here's what's
anyway.
gonna happen.
Sorry about that.
You're gonna walk into the inn. The bard is going to be playing. The bard is going to stop the music, look straight at you, walk up to you and deck you. And
How
I'm
tall
going
is
to
the
walk-
bard again?
What?
How tall is the bard again?
I'm like 5'8".
Okay.
They
Oh,
can
but
reach you.
he has 3-inch heels.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh, I'll allow it.
The-
I'll say they're pumps though, so you can like continue at average paces and not get like your heels stuck in the mud.
No, she's
And,
just
like-
a super spy.
Look, if you've ever seen me walk in heels, I can do it.
Up hills and never mind. Sure, if you want to be wearing heels.
No, I don't
that is
actually
your
care.
choice.
It's just cosmetic. Either way,
Okay, fair enough.
I will.
Go on, I'm sorry.
No, yeah, pumps are better than wedges. I concur with your opinion, DM.
Thank you. I live
I-
with my mother and my sister. I know too much about the applicability of shoes and makeup and braids and etc. But anyway,
Also,
yeah, sounds good.
What time will it be when we get back to town, by the way?
It will be nightfall.
Wait,
so
wait,
it will
wait.
be.
So will I have enough time to go get Pugnat his rations back and then come back and get us rooms?
I would say so. Yeah.
Wait, go get his rations
What?
back from where? Where'd they go?
I would go into the
He
general
fed him to
store
the
and get them.
Manticore.
Buy rations. Okay.
I'm going to cut him open and retrieve the rations.
I was about to say, like, I thought we just avoided the fight.
No, we avoided it. Yeah.
Avoided one, created another one in the tavern, flipped the windmill.
I
It's
tried
fine.
to flip it, but it knocked over.
I'm going to
Oh,
be
it's okay.
asking, what the hell are you doing here?
I mean, fair enough, but those are conversations to be had next time. One thing I will say currently, just so I do not forget and no one can blame me later, all of you are now level 2.
Cool.
You have officially completed the quest, even though you have not gained the reward yet. But yeah,
Just for us new people, what do we need to do in regards to our character sheet now that we're level 2? Like to change
absolutely.
it?
So you'll go back to the hammer and anvil in the top right corner.
Okay.
You'll go to your class section, and there should be a drop-down menu beside.
Yeah, for level. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, and you'll just increment that up. If you're trying to multi-class, first of all, I would not recommend that at level 2. But if you're so inclined and want to talk about that, you can with me. But then you would click the add class button.
Question about multi-classing. Do you
Okay.
still max out? Do you max at 20 total levels or 20 like levels per class?
It's 20 levels in total.
Okay. So if we do
but
choose the multi-class, we'll lose out on the capstone ability for each.
Correct, yes. And any one below it, depending on how many levels you choose. Along with that, I think this module is supposed to go to level 8, but I'm not quite sure on that, but we'll see how it
I
goes.
think it was 1 to 7 when I looked up the name of it. So
Okay, yeah, sounds good then.
So do we just
and-
need to click add level and that's it?
Yes. And
Okay.
then it will pop up for some of you a drop down menu that have like little blue exclamation points. And that's asking you for specific changes from a choice you have as your class. So I believe I'm not sure about monk. Monk might choose their subclass at 2. They probably 3. I think bard chooses it as at 2. But just follow the sheet. I'm not 100% aware of all the changes that need to be made.
yeah, is the amount of hit points we get each level a fixed amount, or does it randomly do it? Just so I know.
So if you choose fixed amount, you gain it. It
Oh,
lists it on your
whenever I
character.
did level 2, it automatically did my hit point increase. So I'm just
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah. So it automatically chooses a fixed value. If you're wanting to roll, remember it's a risk. If you roll a 1,
Yeah, I
you
don't want to
chose
roll. I'd
to
rather go
roll.
with the fixed amount.
Understood.
I was
Okay.
gonna bump back down to level 1 to see what the difference was again, but I didn't want to do that and then fuck up my hit points. So
It gave
I
you a
got you.
little
Yeah, it's
confirmation.
choosing.
yeah, it gives you a pop up saying, "Are you sure you want to fuck up
Yeah.
your health and
Yeah, I
level?"
Yeah.
saw that.
I
But
have
yes. I'm sorry.
I have a question.
Okay.
If it comes to spells and I have not cast them yet, can I still
Mhm.
change them around in my list? Or is it like when I pick them, you prefer I just keep it that way?
It's stated in the handbook that when you level up, I believe you can add any new spells that you don't know that it says you can.
Yeah.
And you're able to switch out one spell per level. If you were wanting to switch them around since you haven't cast any spells, just let me know and we'll talk about it. I have no issue with that whatsoever as long as it's not like I don't. There's no issue with it. You can switch them out as you'd like to.
Okay, I just want to change my cantrips because there's 2 I see now. I don't know if do you get like more cantrips the more you level up? Like the different options for them?
I know sorcerers gain more, and I think wizards gain a couple. I'm not sure about bard.
Okay, because there's 2 in particular, and I'll DM you about this. There's 2 in particular that I want,
Mhm.
but if it's like any issue, I don't care. I still enjoy the ones that I have, and I can get these later.
It's up to you. If you want to switch around cantrips as well, that's fine. As
Okay,
long as you're not like over capacity.
no, it won't even let me go over capacity. So I'll DM you what I'm switching out.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh no, I lost Pugnat. Oh, never mind. He reappeared. He's just floating in the air now.
All right, good session, guys.
Yeah, we didn't get into a fight. Let's go.
Sounds good. Yeah. One thing I'll note already, because I think there's one other encounter I know about that can technically be diplomatic. I'm not sure if it will go as well as this one, but we'll see. Well.tm as well, because we don't know
Yeah,
the
and I will say on
Manticores.
that front,
Mhm.
please let me know if I'm like overtaking the conversation. I don't mind like, you know.
I don't think you were overtaking it. Like if other people wanted to join or wanted to do other actions, I tried to give them the opportunity to do so. Conversation is kind of weird where it's just like, you know,
I mean, in
it's
terms of
based on circumstance.
metagaming, also, there wasn't really much anyone else could fucking do at the moment.
I mean, that's true. Like, I think for this encounter specifically, the options are fight and attempt to kill it. Attempt being a strong word because I'll let this known too, Chase. So in the other time I tried to run this, they tried to. It did not go well.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, there was no bargaining. He got whatever the hell he wanted in that time.
Perfect.
But
Okay.
and the that's what the note would have told you if you rolled investigation good that one time that you rolled in that one.
I
Was it the?
really thought Callie was gonna get me fucking murdered.
I mean, perhaps.
I was so tempted because my guy, if my guy interacted with that thing, he would have killed it. He would have tried to kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He does not bargain. He
fair
does
enough.
not.
Which is honestly a very good trait to have, like to stick to as well. Like
Yeah,
as long as you guys aren't doing like the I'm sorry, I killed a maiden. It's what my character would do.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I
But
still
the only way I can rationalize it for my guy is like maybe he's trying to give as long as nothing goes wrong, he's trying to give Pugnac a chance to stand up for himself, and then Pugnac just didn't. So instead of standing in, instead of stepping in, as long as everything is safe for Pugnac, he's like, okay, I'm just gonna chew him out later.
Fair enough. Yeah, and that's 100% possible.
I like
You
to
guys have
think
a
everybody's characters acted in character.
yeah, and that's I'm trying to do this a little bit more freeform. Like, I well, with the help of a mechanic in this module, I was kind of able to not necessarily railroad, but like by happenstance, get you guys together. But
Big monument in the middle of open field. Let's go investigate.
well, not necessarily that, because Sarah was wanting to go to the mines. And there is, I'll go ahead and tell you guys, there's a dice I roll to see where the dragon is at any given moment.
Oh.
She just
And
happened to have the dragon.
well, it just so happened that the dragon was going from one location to another, and he would have crossed over that field. And it kind of honestly gave insight to another quest, perhaps, of what you might face. But the dragon kind of intervened. If
I
that
get the
makes
feeling
sense.
Sarah won't be deciding to complete her dwarf quest.
She's already messing me about it. We're good. Not
Excuse me,
tonight.
if you talk to me,
I mean, we're sure
not
as
you, that
I assume.
I mean, realistically, I doubt I will be talking to Sarah. She's already ahead of us onto town, and I'm not planning on sleeping at the inn, so.
Well, it's such a, like yeah, but there's a large party of you that might decide to go to the end or offer you a room or something. We'll see.
Meta knowledge says I will have a confrontation with Sarah, so it's going to be impossible for me not to have a conversation at this point.
I mean, true. But yeah, sorry for the slight railroading, Sarah. But
Oh, fine. I now have a new quest in mind, and that is to absolutely ruin Chase's character's life.
yeah,
And
forget
take
my family. I'm gonna kill this man. I'm kidding.
A little more murderous.
Look, I've met him twice. The first time we didn't talk, so whatever. The second time he sold me out for literally
We
no reason.
Still
You
didn't
had
fucking
nothing to
talk.
gain.
Sarah, Chase's charisma is Garbo. I
We
feel like
had
he tried-
everything to gain by not fucking pissing him off. What do you mean?
If he tried to lie, I feel like Chase would be dead.
Oh, that sounds like a whole lot of not my problem.
Now you sound like the Manticore.
Look, I don't have any problems with the manticore. I just didn't want to deal with it. Kind of like with the gnome.
Fair enough. Let me real quick, just for reference. I did, and this is just my flair. Okay, so this is what the Manticore looks like in the book. And to be entirely honest, I forgot he had wings, but I digress. But that is what he looks like. I was going for almost like a Cheshire cat feel to him, with like an
I mean,
elongated
it's
mouth.
close enough that we got the idea.
He has
Like, I
razor
recognize
blades
the
for
Manticore
teeth.
on site.
He
pretty
does have
much.
razor blades for teeth.
I would have been fucking you know what? I don't feel bad for fucking. Considering I was planning on compensating after the fucking fact, yeah, no, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. And if you were to never see it again, i.e., like killing it, I would give you guys more information about what a Manticore has available to him. But nah.
No, I feel like realistically, now that we have like at least 20 days before we have to fight the thing again, we can easily do whatever research we would need.
It's also
Uh,
a matter of like, let's try.
As long as it's in game and it's not like you guys suspiciously
Yeah, no,
standing like 200
I mean,
feet
like,
away or something.
and I mean like actually like asking people in town about manticores, because I feel like if he lived over near where the dragon is,
Mhm.
then it's close enough in the area for people to know of him.
Okay.
He would have been the issue before the dragon came into town.
If the dragon is a concern for the town and they know of the dragon where it is, I feel like they would have known what the previous predator was for that area with how long they lived here.
That's a fair point. There might even be legends about people having to bargain with him and stuff like that you might find.
Yeah, no, let's get into a fight with this fucking thing when 3 people aren't like close by and the rabbit's stuck in the tower bargaining. It's like, okay, yeah.
I mean, arguably, and I'll say this for that. Your one person needed to be far away. When two people were technically safe, like Dust and Adabra were in the lighthouse or windmill, not lighthouse. Lighthouse is other location. You were standing right in front of him. You would have died. Like,
Yeah.
you. Let's be straight here. You most likely would have at
So
least
what I'm
gone
hearing
down.
is Chase owes me his life.
Up to interpretation, but yeah. It's like it wasn't the best circumstance, but there was a way for you guys to like regroup and do it. But you guys chose the diplomatic route, and it went
Chase
relatively
chose to
successful for you.
intervene just to get this fucker away. Because the way that conversation was going, he wasn't leaving anytime fucking soon.
Fish in a barrel, man.
This man was like, all right, but I want 5 herbs of this kind, 4 herbs of this kind, 3 herbs of this kind. That's what done. Like, no. 4, 4, and 3. How about that? just bargaining his ass down slowly.
Yeah.
My next step would have been to, because I'm not curious. I don't know. I didn't know what the yield for the area was. Would have been to gone up and speak with her about like an actual amount. You
I
know.
see. Yeah.
But. Oof.
Eight.
Because if nothing else, I might be able to get her to talk directly to him, and that would speed things along.
Perhaps.
I mean, like realistically, my charisma couldn't get her to go down there, but I like to think.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The way I saw Dust or like his fucking charisma, I was like, nope, I'm not trying.
It happens though, for real. Alrighty. First quest done. That's good.
Yeah, we lived. Everybody came out alive. And the
Well,
gnome is
yeah.
now lighter for it.
Perhaps. Well, yeah,
What-
definitely.
Maybe he'll
Oh.
move slightly faster now.
Yeah,
Kind of took off his heavy armor. Time to fill my pockets with rocks and stones and
I'm gonna
walk
fucking.
around.
How fast does
Oh yeah, no.
the
25 feet, which is 5 less than
no
us.
no? How much does the healer move?
The cleric? Or,
Yes.
well, you assume.
No. Yeah, her.
She walks at a human pace, so 30. or
Okay,
human
so
normal
I'm
pace.
going to now pick up the gnome since he has no fucking armor on it. I'm just gonna carry his ass.
Wait, how much does he weigh? You might be encumbered.
We'll do that
Without
calculation
armor
later.
now, obviously.
Well,
but...
yeah, we'll do the calculation afterwards.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I mean,
But
I'll say with the 25 movement speed and everyone like moving around and everything, he would probably keep pace.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. I do now though have a movement speed of 40 feet a minute, so I feel like I do have plenty of time to collect herbs and stuff, especially if they slow down for Pugnat.
Yeah, I'd say so. Awesome stuff. Well, if you guys have any questions, let me know before next session. Or we can pick up with next session talking about things.
I forget. What first session did Sarah wind up being able to bargain with the bartender and getting a form of income?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a passive form of income where she plays and gets is it a discount on meals you decided with?
Yeah, I think that I pay 4 silver a night for a room, but I get 3 meals a day.
Yes, that sounds about right.
Which the deal, if I remember correctly, was worded as 3 meals a day, not 3 meals at meal times. I would just like to make that differentiation known.
Just Sarah just splitting up the meals between the people she likes, so not fucking me.
Starve.
Yeah. Oh, I do have a question.
Okay.
As level 2, I get an option for a dedicated weapon. Would a dart is something? Do I already have? Are darts already considered to be monk weapons, or should I make that my dedicated weapon?
Let me check on the exact wording. I think that's an optional feature that I got you to select. Okay. You can touch one weapon, focus your key on it, and then count that weapon as a monk weapon. The weapon must be simple or martial. You must be proficient with it, and it must lack heavy or special. So you could do dart weapons.
Okay.
If you'd like to. I forget exactly what that does.
I already started with darts, like as part of my base kit. So I wasn't sure if they were already considered to be a monk weapon or not. You know.
I don't believe so. I think the monk weapons like there's certain things you can do, but you have to be like holding a monk weapon. But yeah, if you count a dart as that, that's fine.
Okay. Okay, I just wanted to make sure because like I have like a number of darts on me, so I figured
Fair enough.
I might as well.
Yeah,
Wait, I guess do I even know if I'm proficient in darts though? You said I have to be proficient in it.
I believe you are. I think there's simple weapons, but I'm not quite sure on that. But you should be okay.
Okay.
If you equip a dart, does it give you the same does it give you the same modifier as like your primary weapon?
Let me go back to my character sheet.
How tall is Pugnat?
Pagnat is right below 4 feet.
Okay.
Taller than I am.
Yeah, I think he said it was like 3'8", if I recall correctly.
Damn.
You mean if I get the +5 on it for hit?
Yes. Yes.
I do get a +5 for hit on darts.
Okay, you are proficient with darts.
Yeah, they are simple finesse thrown range.
Yeah, so I think everyone has proficiency with simple weapons. And then the extra ones are just add-ons for your class and such.
Except Pugnat, apparently.
I mean, he didn't hit anything or try to. He was just having difficulty with armor.
Wait, speaking of, did he just give up his armor? Or did he give up like his like staff of like runes or whatever it is?
It sounded like just his armor.
Just his armor. The rune staff was held by the old guy.
Wait, then what was Pugnat looking at and examining with a bunch of runes on it?
He was examining a blank piece of paper.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, paper. Okay.
Essentially, yes, he was dying by a piece of paper that had very, very vague instructions on how to get to his current goal.
Okay. Yeah, they're only runes because Sarah couldn't read them. I got you.
I mean, yeah,
They only looked like runes. I got you. Yeah.
sure. Alrighty, well, am I free to go?
I think we are.
No.
Pens, are you interested in playing
Unfortunately.
Terraria?
Not tonight. I'm probably just gonna chill before work tomorrow at 9 o'clock. So
Makes
Good
sense.
night.
Same.
Very good session, Mr. DM, sir.
thank you, ma'am.
I'm glad she thinks that, and then's gonna deck me next Friday.
Oh
Hey.
yeah, I actually do need to review with you my combat options. I just
Okay.
like to know what my character is capable of.
I would like to deck him with a
Yeah, sounds good.
dagger.
Yeah, if you have any questions, like I said, just DM me about it, and I'll get back to you before next Friday. Probably soon, like early, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, sounds good. I will definitely do better than messaging you Thursday evening.
That would be ideal.
Yes, it would.
But then
Um,
again, I can't say anything because
No, I did that to him.
Oh,
This
okay.
was- but also, my finals are coming up in a few weeks,
Okay.
so I'll know my schedule for them probably next
Jesus
week.
Christ.
Okay.
If that's gonna be an issue with D&D, I will let y'all know, but I am gonna prioritize my schoolwork.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. I totally agree.
Oh my god.
Okay, good night, y'all.
Good night.
Dust now
Bye.
traverses a mile a second.
Yeah.
All right, I'll
Out
talk
of
to y'all later.
curiosity. Oh, sorry. I do.
Oh wait.
Sorry.
Yeah.
How exactly were we supposed to resolve that? Because apparently the people who fought it pretty much died, and our diplomacy was already sour from the beginning.
Okay, so I was using a secondary option available through the adventurer. So like it lays out every encounter. It gives you like the enemy and like what they have, like what the party's gonna have to deal with, stuff like that. And one of the options was the Manticore having a higher intelligence than most creatures would be okay to bargain or perhaps talk about things. So that was an option that I gave you guys. So it's rather bargaining,
Death.
killing it, dying, or I don't know. I guess if you like intimidated him enough in battle that he wanted to flee and he left.
Got
But
it.
then
So
again,
basically, we accidentally kind of took the only like actual option.
theoretically, yeah.
Okay,
'Cause
perfect.
Yeah, and of course, some of them say, "Oh, well, the Manticore will like he's dead or doesn't want to deal with you guys, and the other one's kind of opens up for him to return. But
This way, we actually have a plan as to when he comes back.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I am glad that I decided to jump into the building instead of like taking like more stealth to like try and attack him.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna lie, my original plan was, yeah, I mean, you guys knew what it fucking was. Just hope for the woman to jump out into my arms and fucking hightail it.
Chase,
Fair
the
enough.
Manticore has 50 movement to
I
your
was,
30.
well, I was hoping he would be busy with the door or your rabbit ass, and hopefully he would be like, ooh, nom nom nom.
Oh my god. Monk or martyr? To be discussed.
I will let you guys both go rest now.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Sounds good.
Oh, hello, Miles. Oh, we're
Good
done.
night.
Good night, everybody.